Freedom, man. That's what it's all about. You've got to groove on freedom like the good book says.
Welcome. You are listening to What on Earth is Happening. This show will discuss the topics of human consciousness, mind control, natural law, the occult, and all issues that affect the freedom of the people of Earth. What on Earth is Happening will endeavor to shine light upon the darkness of our world and to offer empowering solutions to the problems we face as humanity approaches its critical moment of choice. And now, here is your host, Mark Passio.
Welcome, one and all. You're watching What on Earth is Happening. I'm your host, Mark Passio. My website, whatonearthishappening.com. Ladies and gentlemen, government is slavery. Always has been, is now, always will be, until we decide to end it once and for all. And here on What on Earth is Happening, we are ending slavery one mind at a time. Thank you for tuning in today. Today is Sunday, June 23rd, 2024. This is episode number 295 of What on Earth is Happening. And this is the last episode for this season and possibly for all time. Depending on how long of a hiatus I want to take from live broadcasting, again, I'm going to be shifting my work into online seminars and private mentoring in the near future. So this could be a hiatus for a short time, for a long time, or permanently from the What on Earth is Happening weekly live video show. With that being said, today's show is going to be the last part of the Unholy Feminine revisited and extended series that we've been doing here all season. And this is part 17. Thank you to Will Keller for the great title cards, as always. Let's jump into some housekeeping, and then we'll complete the slides for Unholy Feminine. We're on a 3-hour live show format this season from January through June. And this is the final show of the season. We've been broadcasting on 10 different social media platforms, including What on Earth is Happening, One Great Work Network, and many others. Finally, now available, the 5 most recent presentations that I have delivered, all available for free online at whatonearthishappening.com, also on Odyssey, on YouTube. And they will be coming this week to the Rumble platform and to Band.video. At least 2 masks will. I don't know if I'm going to put them all up on Rumble and Band.video, but certainly 2 masks is going to go up on those platforms. I'll probably upload them all to Rumble, and at least 2 masks will go up to Band.video. I want to expose the InfoWars crowd to my latest contribution to the great work, Two Masks, Same Face, the Dark Occult Origins of Nazism and Communism, because many of that crowd do not still, to this day, understand the occult and certainly don't understand the influence that the occult has politically, financially, etc. And too many of them think it's all the Jews, all the Freemasons, all the Jesuits. I mean, it's like a nursery school understanding of what's really going on in the world, sadly. It's pathetic. It's very indicative of the freedom movement, though, where you have people who display very profoundly and openly the Dunning-Kruger effect, as we have been talking about on this show and will talk about today again, where they think they have an understanding of things and they have a childish, moronic interpretation of reality and think that they're an expert in how the world actually works, and what they really are bigoted morons that don't really understand that the occult encompasses all ostensible backgrounds, ethnicities, religious mindsets, ostensible religions is how I would refer to that. Both genders, all levels of income, financially. When you say it's all rich white men, or it's all Jewish people, or it's all Catholics, it just makes you look like a complete fucking moron that you are. It's just people are just really dumb fucking children. It's sad. It's just sad, and their understanding never grows out of their little shit box of a mind. It never grows out of what other social engineers fucking told them. It's just, they're morons. They're morons from now to the grave, pretty much. And they don't want to understand my work. I'm going to throw it out there anyway, but, it's the same thing, doing this for 17 years, yielding hardly any results because there's an unteachable audience. And it has nothing to do with me. People are like, Mark turns off people to his work with his attitude. Go fuck yourself. How's that for an attitude? I'm not interested in your bullshit fucking opinion. Keep it to your fucking self. Keep my fucking name out of your fucking mouth, lowlife. That's what I say to any of my fucking critics. Go show me how to fucking do it right, asshole. Loser. Do nothing. Person with no fucking skin in the game because you're a fucking lowlife coward. And once again, everybody will get all pissed at Mark Passio for being angry about fucking morons that do nothing except talk shit on people who have actually done something with their life. But then if you say it with a nice little smile on your face, then all of a sudden nobody talks shit on you. I've been insulting people, calling them the asshole fucking losers that they are with engineer Satanists do, is they just smile at you all day while they're insulting you and treating you like the little fucking shit in the pants, shit in the diaper baby that you are, the pair of fucking loser clown shoes that you are. But see, they do it with a nice, happy, bright smile and a nice attitude and a nice, ebullient voice, a nice bubbly ebullient voice, and then all of a sudden, it's true to you fucking loser morons. All you lowlifes just go, hey, he's got a smile on his face and he's saying it in a nice voice. Must be true. Maybe I am the fucking loser moron that he's telling me that I am, right? Right, kids? Right, clowns? You're a bunch of clown children, and that's all you ever have been. So, what's the difference if I put out 5 new videos? What's the difference if I put out 13,000 new fucking videos? You guys ain't capable of fucking changing because you're loser lowlives that don't want to change and transform spiritually. You want to believe politics is the answer. You want to believe voting's the answer. You want to believe fucking, finance is the answer. Money's the answer. You're a bunch of lowlife little fucking shit in the diapers children. Kiddos, here's a song for you. I believe politics is the answer. There's one. There's one for the books there. There's one for the song books. Go to sleep at night to that little lullaby, you fucking lowlives. Yeah, you could say it like that, though, right? Then nobody gives a shit. Because you said it with a nice big smile and you said it in a nice voice. So I'm going to call you the fucking lowlife loser know-nothings that you are. Just in a nice, gentle voice, right? With a big shit-eating grin. And then you accept it and you don't get all nuts on Mark Passio because he's not yelling at me. He's not... Mark's yelling at us again. He's a mean man. He yelled at us. That's what you guys sound like all day long. To me, that's what it sounds like all day long. Little shit in the diapers children that don't give a shit about anything but somebody's tone of voice. You don't give a fuck whether anything is true or not because you're low-life loser children. Yay! Fucking retards. You fucking retards. If you don't want to be a fucking retard and a ludtard on top of it, maybe you should join How to Become the True Media. Then you'll learn some skill sets. You'll learn some life skills as an adult on how to fucking put information out to other people through the internet. No, but you guys don't want to do that. You just want to fucking complain. You want to point fingers at other fucking people who have done something with their lives. And, you're just low-life losers who've done absolute shit with your low-life lives because you have no fucking courage. You have no real knowledge. You haven't transformed spiritually. You think that somebody's anger at the state of the fucking bullshit of the world means that they're not spiritual because you don't know what real spirituality is because you're a bunch of low-life fucking children. And, maybe if you take the How to Become the True Media seminar, you'll learn a few life skills as an actual fucking adult. Or just don't and remain the fucking low-life ludtard that you are. In any event, there's my promo for my seminar. And it'll get whoever the fucking real deal people are, and whoever can't handle the things that I say, don't fucking join. That's it. I'm not interested in bullshit sugarcoating things to people. I'm just going to say it exactly how I really feel to people. Because, this is probably the last one. I'm wasting my fucking time teaching an unteachable class. I'll continue to do How to Become the True Media, because at least the people that do join that want to try and improve themselves, want to try to speak out. Not that every one of them will, because some people, they take it with a serious attitude. They eventually become content creators. Some people take it and it's an intellectual curiosity to them, and they don't really put the skills to work in their lives. They don't really practice them and do them. And if you're the kind of person that will actually practice the skill sets and develop them and actually become a content creator at some point, then How to Become the True Media is the seminar for you. 23-week November 9th of this year. Total of 23 class sessions. Limited space. There's still seating available in the seminar. Enrollment has been open since April 1st. It will close July 4th of this year. HowToBecomeTheTrueMedia.com is the website. Before I move on, let me just wrap up the slides, then I'll show you a couple of websites. One Great Work Network, 75 content creators. We're going to be adding a couple more before the year is out. Go and support them. OneGreatWorkNetwork.com is the website. Don't Tread on Philly meets for its second Wednesday happy hour at the Dive in South Philly. Always free to attend. Visit the Facebook page Don't Tread on Philly for the event calendar. Second Wednesday of every month, 6 to 9 p.m. Always free to attend. Inquire and Inspire Documentary Night, always free to attend. Arnold's Family Fun Center in Oaks, Pennsylvania. Third Thursday of the month, 6 to 9 p.m. For more info, inquireandinspire.com. My new band, Mercy Comet, praying for the comet to come and just obliterate this fucking joint. We'll be playing with Douglas Adams' Disaster Area. And it's the biggest event of the entire history of the universe. It's called It's Only the End of the World Again Galactic Tour. It's going to be taking place at the Space Lot of Millie Ways on Judgment Day. Absolutely any minute now. Featuring Disaster Area and Mercy Comet. Don't panic, just be there. I mean, how could you put an event together bigger than this? Passio and Desiato together for the very first and last time. So definitely check out It's Only the End of the World Again Galactic Tour, coming at you any minute at the end of the world. The What on Earth is Happening IPFS project is still ongoing. WhatOnEarthIsHappening.com/IPFS. We're not going to take calls today via Telegram. ARC 2.0, get the whole picture, put all the huge puzzle pieces together so you can actually see what's really going on, and you have enough knowledge so you're not one of the fucking idiot retards on the peak of Mount Stupid on the Dunning-Kruger effect function graph. You know, if you don't want to be that fucking moron living on the peak of Mount Stupid, building high-rise fucking hotels at the summit of Mount Stupid, then maybe you want to get the ARC 2.0. 26,000 audio files, 9,500 books, 3,400 digital videos from my archive of research gathered over the years, and copied to your 2 terabyte storage device that you send to me, then I ship it back to you. That's the ARC offer. whatonearthishappening.com/ARC. Follow the shipping directions. They're there to protect your equipment and to get the data to you safely and easily. Gifts.whatonearthishappening.com if you want to receive hard copies for a donation that you make to the whatonearthishappening.com What on Earth is Happening cause. Everything's up there, from t-shirts to the One Great Work Network drive. One Great Work drive, the One Great Work collection, which has all of my work that I've ever done on one solid state drive. My natural law documentary, flash drives, DVDs, stickers, keychains, buttons, coasters. It's all there at gifts.whatonearthishappening.com. If you prefer to make a straight donation, visit whatonearthishappening.com/donate, and you could donate many different ways. Cash App, Wise, Zelle, 9 different cryptocurrencies, check, money order, our Amazon technology donation list. Thank you for people for fulfilling those donations on that list, so it's empty as of right now. Thank you to everyone who has donated over the years. It's much appreciated. What on Earth is Happening will continue. It is going to be in a more targeted format where I'm not basically continuing to talk to people who really aren't doing shit. I'll try to reach a more targeted audience instead of talking at morons, which is basically what the What on Earth is Happening show has become. Because if you're still listening at 295 and you haven't begun the great work for yourself, you're an absolute piece of garbage. And that's what it really means. Yes, it does mean that. It means you have no skin in the game. It means you have no courage. It means you have no balls. It means you haven't taken right action. It means you've sat back and watched other people do it. Maybe rooted them on. More likely you're trying to fucking punch down on them because you're a fucking jackass retard who does nothing but talk shit on others who are actually trying to do something, because you're a fucking loser who doesn't try. You just try to shit on other people and take them down in the same shit morass that you live in all the fucking time. That's basically what this viewing audience is. That's basically what the whole freedom movement is. That's basically what humanity is, ladies and gentlemen. Immoral fucking retards who don't know how to do anything except fucking complain about other fucking people. See, I'm not doing that. I'm not mentioning a person. I'm talking about everybody. The whole body of fucking humanity. What the fuck have you guys done? You guys have done shit. That's what you've done, kids. You've done shit. You've sat back, listened to other people. You have no work to show for yourself. All you do is complain and blame one group of people. It's the Jews. It's the Freemasons. It's the Jesuits. If it's one group of those fucking people, it would be very easy to understand what's really going on in the world. It's more complex than that, jackasses. It's more complex than that, you little shit in the diapers jackass. I mean, little fucking retarded children just think it's unidimensional, right? People who really put the work in to study what's really going on in this life, that are way up there on the fucking top right of the Dunning-Kruger effect graph, No, they're trying to tell you it's more complicated since day one, but since you're a little shit in the diapers retard, you think it's all one group of people because you don't understand the complexities of the occult world because you're fucking jackass moron lowlives. Yay! Lowlife! Right? Dumb, retarded lowlife. We can say it to you with a smile, though. Then it's true. Right, jackasses in the fucking New Age community? I can just say it like this, you fucking tard. You tard-tabulous jerk-off. I can just say it like this to you, tard-tabulous. Right? And then it's okay, because he didn't get angry. He just smiled the whole time, and he had a little high-pitched, lilty voice like me. Right? And since he's not angry, what he's telling me about myself must be true. But instead of, remember when he said it in a really angry voice and he was calling me a tartabulous moron? It wasn't true then. It went from being untrue to being true when he said it with the high-pitched, lilty voice and the shit-eating grin. Right? Low lives in the New Age movement. You're way on the left-hand side of the Dunning-Kruger effect graph, folks. That's where you guys are at. You guys are here. Go and look at the map. You'll figure out where you're at finally. I know most of you don't know how to read a map, and you certainly don't know how to read a mathematical function graph. You don't even know what that fucking means. Because you flunked out of fucking arithmetic class in nursery school, let alone understanding anything beyond that. That's why you guys think the fucking earth is flat and fucking the sun and moon are orbiting above a fucking disk. Part of the reason is because you don't know how to read a fucking function graph. Believe me, it's part of the reason. You guys flunked out of fucking nursery school because you shit in your fucking diaper and then fucking ate it. That's how fucking dumb you guys are. And, I said I was going to basically make my own version of the graph, and this is a borrowed version. I didn't make this, but I am going to tack on some things to it in the next couple of builds, which is going to really explain the Dunning-Kruger effect. The Dunning-Kruger effect, as you can see, when people have no knowledge, expertise, or wisdom, they become ultra confident and ultra certain that they're correct. So when they're packed all the way to the left-hand side of this graph, and almost all of humanity certainly is, and almost all of you guys most certainly are, you think you're right because you're a jerk-off, jackass, lowlife fucktard that doesn't know anything. You're a know-nothing fucktard that hasn't really read into things a lot. You doom scrolled a few fucking memes in your black fondle slab. So while you're fucking doom scrolling up your own ass with your fondle slab, right? You're doing shit like this. You're like, whoa, I saw a meme there. Oh, I'll stop right there. This meme said it's all just the Jews. Oh my God, I know everything. Let me go shitpost about this now, right? Oh, let's doom scroll a little more. Wait a minute. It's all the Freemasons. I gotta go and shitpost about the Freemasons. Now let's doom scroll a little bit more on the black fondle slab before I shove it back up my ass. Oh my God! It's all the Jesuits! I know everything that I need to know. Let's put up a nice high-rise luxury hotel up at the summit of Mount Stupid and shove my fondle slab way back up my ass. That's what you guys are. Almost all of you. With the exception of a few. And if it ain't that, it's Passio's an agent because he's not a flat earther. You're damn right, I'm a flat sunner. President and founding member of the Flat Sun Society. I mean, you guys fucking saying the sun is a fucking ball, you ball sunners. Fucking agents over here, ball sunners. Wow, man. I'm telling you, you guys don't understand anything about the cosmos. Most of all, natural law. Because you're ill-educated, non-spiritual ludtards. They want to think the whole world is unidimensional and it's one group and the fucking earth is flat. And you guys have no understanding of fucking reality whatsoever. And go fucking give your complaints to someone else, because I'm not interested in hearing your nonsense and your bullshit. Stop proselytizing your religion to me. I'm not in your bullshit religion. I'm not in your bullshit cult. You're a member of a fucking cult. You don't think that you are, but you're a member of a fucking cult. What on earth is happening is not a fucking cult. What on earth is happening is the death of all cults. That's what this whole movement is. That's what this whole plan to fucking get out of all cults' influence. It's to break the fucking cult of atheism. It's to break the cult of religion. It's to break the cult of flat earth. It's to break the fucking cult of government. It's to break the fucking cult of authority. Break them, bring them down to their fucking knees, exterminate them all. Because all religious thinking is what holds humanity back from true freedom. You guys don't understand what the truth is. You guys don't understand what true freedom is. You don't know what fucking rights are. You don't know what objective morality is. You don't know what true spirituality is. You don't know what natural law is, and that's why you're going to remain slaves for fucking ever. Almost all of you are in that condition. You're either just low-life scumbag religionists or low-life scumbag atheists or low-life scumbag fucking know-nothing people who don't know the first fucking thing about the first fucking thing. And that's why you're going to be slaves for all time and forever. So enjoy your fucking slavery. I tried to help you out of it. I tried to fucking do what was right. You guys don't want to listen. You're unteachable slobs, is what almost all of you are. With the exception of a piss poor too few, which ain't going to cut it and ain't going to get the job done. And that's why don't look for the world to ever get any better. It's headed into total and complete fucking doom. That's where the world is headed, on the trajectory where it's at now. Don't expect it to improve. You can't improve it until the mind and the heart of the people of the fucking world improve. And there's no signs that those things are improving. You guys don't even know what fucking care is. You don't know what true agape is. You don't know what true spirituality is, because you haven't listened. You're poor fucking students. You bring your bullshit religions into everything that comes after. And you can't learn because your mind's already full of shit. Your mind is full of liquid shit. And you can't empty it because you don't know how to turn your fucking bullshit religious thinking off. You don't know how to fucking let new information in. You're stuck on the fucking peak of Mount Stupid in this graph, thinking that you know everything when you don't know shit. The only shit you know is the shit in between your fucking ears right here. That's what you fucking know. And you just think you know. So this is my addition to the Dunning-Kruger graph. Let me make that build one more time. In my estimation, about 92% of humanity lives within this area of the graph. And again, to even put it underneath, it's not really explaining it right. They're somewhere on that red line there, about 92% of humanity that encompasses. From the very, 0 point down in the bottom left corner up to, where the line, the bright red line intersects the edge of that 92% fill under the graph. That's, this isn't going to show this to scale, obviously, but I'm going to estimate about 92 or so % of humanity lives on that section of the curve, which is called Mount Stupid. And I might be being generous. It might be far higher than that. Okay? These are my estimates based on a very profound understanding of where human consciousness is actually at. And if you're being honest with yourself and you tell yourself the truth and you don't bullshit yourself like New Agers do about how wonderful and flowery everything is, you realize almost all of humanity are a bunch of fucking retarded clown children. You're clowns. You're traumatized little fucking kids. You never grew up. You never did your fucking homework. You never fucking really took in any knowledge. You think you fucking know, and you don't know shit. And that's where you guys live. You live on Mount Stupid. And most people who live there stay there until the day they die. They don't make progress. They don't come off of it to the right. and start really gaining some more knowledge and some more wisdom and some more expertise. And their confidence drops initially, then it goes back up after they gain even more knowledge. And the problem is, most people never come off Mount Stupid. They stay there until the day they die. And that's most of the audience that I'm speaking to in these later episodes. That's the entire political movement. That's almost everybody in the whole fucking country and world. It's all the people who don't understand real cosmology. It's all the people who don't understand natural law. It's atheists. It's fucking people who worship government-funded science. You know, it's just about everybody. And again, it's probably far higher than 92%. I'm being very generous. Then when you have people who do gain a little bit more knowledge, but don't go an extreme, they don't go extreme into depth of knowledge. They're still at the area where you can call they've gained some knowledge. And that's about 5% of all of humanity. And they're living in a state of complete despair. This is called the Valley of Despair. And it's where I'm going to estimate 5 or so percent, give or take a few percent, are on that section of the graph of that function, where it says some expertise but low confidence. And this is why you have idiots with the loudest voices and then people who have gained at least enough knowledge not to be an idiot anymore, and they have no confidence in their ability to fucking put it out there, teach anybody, learn how to put it out there. These are all people who would never take how to become the true media. So we're at like 97% of humanity already that would never even consider taking one of my seminars, really taking to heart the information that I have been putting out there benevolently and completely freely, just to try to edify humanity out of the goodness of my fucking spirit, and only to find you guys are just unteachable students. You're just lowlives, and that's what you're always going to be until the day you die. Prove me the fuck wrong. Stop being a fucking lowlife. Prove me the fuck wrong. Actually learn how things work. Prove me the fuck wrong. Stop being a ludtard and a fucking retard and believe in nonsense that the fucking CIA shat down your throat. That's all you guys are. You believe every fucking psyop that comes down the fucking pike. And then you make real fucking experts in what's going on in humanity that study it from a scholarly perspective and try to present it to fucking other morons like yourself look bad by association with you, retards. I'm not in your fucking cult. I'm not a retard like you are. Let's get that straight. You know? But you say it like that, then I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy for just saying it like one adult to another. Hey, you got your head up your fucking ass. Stop trying to convince me of the bullshit that you believe. You have your head up your ass. I don't. I'm not in your fucking CIA-driven cult. I'm not in your fucking NRO cult. The National Reconnaissance Office provided you your fucking ideas, lowlife. I'm not in that fucking cult. You can go and be in that cult all you fucking want. Don't try to proselytize your bullshit cult to me. Because I'm going to call it what it is. A bullshit, nonsense, know-nothing cult invented by the CIA, NSA, NRO, and all the other fucking alphabet agencies in the fucking low-life world. And they got you to believe they're bullshit. I'm not in your fucking cult, low-life. Okay? You understand that? Good. About 2.5% of humanity is actually maybe trying somewhat to gain more knowledge. And again, I'm being exceedingly generous. I've probably significantly underestimated those who live on Mount Stupid, and it's probably far higher. And to the right hand of the graph, I've probably significantly overestimated it. I'm trying to give people what I feel is a fair assessment. And, you know, again, I'm probably being too generous. But we have maybe about 2.5% of humanity or so, maybe 2%, that they've gone a little bit further in their understanding of how the world works. Those are the people maybe who have really paid attention, read a whole lot about things from an eclectic variety of sources, and are really trying to improve themselves. And again, I don't even know if it's that high. But let's give everybody the benefit of the doubt and say approximately that's it. And you got about 0.5% over here that has actually learned what they need to know, understand the requirements for freedom, aren't trying to punch down on other fucking people who are trying to do the work, and are actually publishing their results out to the wider community of humanity. And that's probably a gigantic overestimate. And if you just take all of this into account and consideration, you realize our efforts are shit. Let's face it, our efforts are shit. This is why people don't like me. Because I'm brutally honest about where humanity is at, and you guys just want to wear a flowery fucking grin and say, we're winning! We're not winning. Almost everybody's a fucking retarded, low-life scumbag who's completely immoral, who is trapped in a fucking worldview of complete atheistic materialism, who has no clue what spirituality is, who has no clue what morality is, doesn't understand the connection between morality and freedom, almost the whole bulk of humanity. Until you get out to maybe that last 3% that might be trying to learn and really gain true expertise and true knowledge, do you have people who are even trying? 97% of people are barely trying. There's little to no effort, therefore there's little to no reward. And until more people put more skin in the game, don't expect any reward from the universe. The universe doesn't reward cowards. It doesn't reward apathetic people. It doesn't reward ignorant people. It doesn't reward scumbag low lives with no morality. It doesn't reward people who are completely atheistic materialists and who have a satanic worldview, which is almost the whole body of humanity. And just because people are trying in that maybe last 3% of humanity, again, not to scale on the graph, just because you have a few percent of humanity that might be giving a genuine effort to try, doesn't mean they're winning. It doesn't mean that they're even transforming themselves properly just because they know a little bit more. Again, to know but not to do is not to know. So take this percentage and shave it way down. Knock 75 to 80% off of it. If you're graphing knowledge versus graphing right action, then it goes down significantly from there. Then it's like 99% are on Mount Stupid in that graph. We're talking about knowledge here, not right action. You graph right action on the Dunning-Kruger scale, on Dunning-Kruger function, forget about it. 99 or more greater percent of people are on Mount Stupid. And most people won't even understand what I've shown here. Most people, all of these Dunning-Kruger effect graphs that I've been showing, it's wasted on you guys because you guys don't know basic fucking math and couldn't fucking plot a function if your life depended on it. So, that it's sad because you can't even actually teach people with a visual expression, with a visual aid. They're too dumb to even understand it. Which is proof that almost all of humanity is living on Mount Stupid in the Dunning-Kruger effect function. I've been waiting at the top on the right-hand side, screaming at the fucking people living on Mount Stupid. Come and join us over here. This is where we can move humanity to the next level of evolutionary progress. You guys aren't interested in that. You're interested in politics and money and authority and voting and staying technologically stupid and staying fucking stupid about real history that happened here on this planet. You don't want to understand human origins at all. You want to just make up fucking stories about shit. It's just terrible. It's really a sad state of affairs that you guys didn't really pay attention to what was really important. You got fucking jerk-offs on all the big social media influencers fucking shows that ain't saying a fucking goddamn thing worth listening to for 5 seconds. Ain't saying one fucking thing about one fucking thing. You don't have the fucking solutions in hand. You're morons. You wouldn't listen to a wise person. You wouldn't listen to a person that went into the deep depths of knowledge enough to actually figure out the real solution. And you say, go fuck yourself to that person. Let's go listen to what fucking somebody like Rogan's boy that he brought on to his show that I still can't remember his name because, as I said before, it ain't worth remembering. Howard or something. Howard somebody. Who gives a shit? Bullshit is bullshit is bullshit. Reality remains reality and truth remains truth. We could talk all we want about quantum transitory fucking states and whatever other fucking nonsense you want to fucking shit out your mouth with your verbal diarrhea. And then a million people praise you. Oh, he's saying something so fucking intelligent. Where's the connection between morality and freedom? There ain't nobody talking about that. Because that's the real occult shit. That's the real hidden shit. That's the real shit your fucking masters don't want your low-life, know-nothing ass to figure out. Because you're too dumb to figure it the fuck out anyway, morons. You don't even deserve what I tried to do to give you the answers to the occult. You never deserved it. You've always been low-life trash, and that was just literally throwing gems of fucking wisdom in front of trash. Because that's what you guys have always been. So there's my Dunning-Kruger effect graph. That's my little variation on it. Let's finish up Unholy Feminine, part 17. And then maybe I'll spit some more vitriol at you fucking retards before I leave. Conscious parenting is where we left off. This is one of the biggest solutions to the problem. And folks, I just gotta say, you guys ain't helping fucking win the gender war. You're not helping a fucking bit. You guys have done such a shit job at putting any real knowledge about the divisiveness between men and women before other people. You haven't taught shit about it. You've left it to me, with the exception of a couple of other content creators in the whole fucking world who are really telling the truth about this dynamic. Because what I hear on social media and what I hear in the public is just the absolute most vomitous swill that you could ever fucking hear drooled between one person's mouth and another fucking person's ears. Or you're just shit smearing with your fingers. What you guys did is you wiped your fucking ass after a big steaming shit and you just went right to the fucking keyboard and you shit smeared it. That's what you guys do on social media. And I'm telling you, the absolute vomitous shit smear swill that I see women spouting that have zero clue about the neo-feminist agenda, have zero clue about the divisiveness that has been sown between men and women, and you guys are just perpetuating it on and on and on in your know-nothing, shit-for-brains loserdom. That's where you guys are at. I tried to give you the heaviest weight knowledge that came directly from the occultists that I worked with, in many cases in this presentation. In many cases in this presentation, you won't even be able to find what I inserted into this presentation in book knowledge, because it didn't come from a fucking book. It came from my interaction with actual Satanists in ritualistic settings where they talked about what they were doing, dividing men and women, from their lips to my ears. And that was no shit smear. That was them dropping absolute bombs of occult wisdom about how they could manipulate the public however they see fit, because they know infinitely more than you dumb jackass retards do. And that's exactly what they did, you little shit-smearing boys and girls, perpetuating the gender war in your dumb fucking ignorance. You guys are unteachable. It wouldn't matter if I did a 170-part series, a 1,700-part series, or a 1.7 million-part series. Wouldn't matter. You're just fucking dumb. You're incapable of being taught. You're so in the possession, you're in the thrall, you're in the spell. What they told me is we couldn't take them out of the spell we've put them under. It's been perfected to such a degree. Malachi Martin, go back and listen to some of his information that was part of old Coast shows, Coast to Coast AM with Art Bell. Malachi Martin interviewed many times. He called the state of consciousness perfect possession. And maybe people wouldn't go into a state of perfect possession if they had halfway decent fucking parents instead of verminous, shit-ape trash for parents like almost the whole body of humanity does. Including what I had for parenting. It was no better. It was no better. Let's throw the fucking dirty laundry all over the fucking table and air it out. Who gives a shit? I'll talk about my own shit parenting. It doesn't fucking matter to me. See, because I've transcended it. I did the shadow work on myself to become a truly educated human being. Yes, it took having to go into the depths of the occult world to do it, at least the shallow depths of it. You know? I didn't go so deep into it that I couldn't come out of it, but at least it showed me what was there on the other side. It showed me what hand was really manipulating the whole consciousness of humanity. You guys don't even have that benefit. Believe me, you don't even have that benefit of seeing it from real world, first-hand personal experience. Your loser parents just shat you out. They didn't teach you a fucking thing. They instilled you with bullshit religious beliefs and bullshit atheistic beliefs and bullshit materialistic beliefs and bullshit Marxist beliefs and bullshit Nazi beliefs, and you became a lowlife just like them. You didn't change a fucking thing about yourself except maybe the clothes and the amount of shit tattoos you got. You didn't learn a fucking thing. You didn't change your fucking mind. You didn't change your heart. You didn't change your soul. You changed shit about yourself except your dumb fucking hipster fucking clothes and shitty tattoos. Loser lowlifes. That's what you changed about yourself. And then you think you're fucking special. You ain't special. You're the bottom of a fucking clogged fucking toilet bowl. And conscious parenting could clean up the world, but there's so few of that, it's not even worth talking about. There's so little fucking actual conscious parenting going on, it's not even worth fucking talking about. You know? It could help save humanity if it were actually being done, but like less than 0.5% of humanity is actually in that condition. And again, I'm being exceedingly generous. It's probably far, far less than that. And it's why people are in the state that they're in. Their parents never taught them. They never educated them. They never disciplined them. They never instilled any kind of strength inside of them. They never instilled any kind of true trying within them. They told them that they were okay, that they were special, that they were just fine the way they are. And they're lying sacks of shit. And that's why the world is in the shit state that it's in. That's why the world is in the state of slavery that it's in. Because we have shit for parents teaching children how to be low-life pieces of shit just like them, instead of actually raising strong, intelligent, caring, courageous human beings. Now, we don't have hardly any of them. And again, I didn't come out the way that I came out, being a strong, caring, courageous human being, knowledgeable human being, because of my fucking parents. I did that in spite of my parents. I did that because of the generosity and the labor of love of strangers who I never fucking met, whose works I encountered, took into myself and transformed myself into a decent human being. Unlike most of the other lowlifes I'm fucking broadcasting to who will never do that, because you doom scrolled on your shit slab and you said, I saw a couple memes, so now I know enough. Back to shit posting. That's all you scumbags ever did. That's why you'll never be free. You don't get it. You don't know what I know. You didn't do what I did. You didn't even fucking listen. You're too egotistical. You're too fucking satanic. And you're too fucking dumb. part of healing the gender divide is awakening the true sacred masculine, and women could help in that regard. It doesn't mean the woman needs to be in her masculine. It means that she can awaken the sacred masculine of true courage and then help to awaken it in other men, in men as well. If your woman isn't a revolutionary, she'll persuade you to be a slave. Absolutely. And that's what most women are doing with most men. That's why the world's in a state of slavery. Women don't have an awakened sacred masculine dynamic within them of self-defense. They think the government's going to save and protect them. They think the government keeps them safe from fucking danger. The government enslaves you, you jackass fucking mentally retarded, conditioned women out there. The government has never done a fucking thing for you. It pretends to fucking be on your side and do things for you and give you fucking money and take fucking half of your fucking divorced husband's money from you and pay you child support, and all it's doing is enslaving you as a result. You're just fucking slaves to them. They don't give a rat fuck about you. They want all the fucking divide between men and women and all the chaos that it causes in people's lives, and you're just too fucking dumb to see it, low lives. That's all it really comes down to. You just want to use the fucking violence of the state. You want that apparatus used on your terms. You want it used for what you want, and that makes you a piece of low-life dog shit, scumbags. It doesn't make you fucking good people. It doesn't make you powerful. It makes you a weakling fucking piece of shit scumbag. And that's all you're using is other scumbag loser thugs as the apparatus for violence. That's all it ever has been, and that makes you an immoral scumbag piece of fucking trash. I'm just going to say it just like that from now until the day I die. Not because I'm doing vicious things to people and their delicate emotional sensibilities. No, it's because it's the truth, and that's what I'm charged to tell people. See, this is forced shadow work, you know? Don't even call it What on Earth is Happening anymore. We went over What on Earth is Happening a long time ago. Now, this is forced shadow work. That should be the new name if I ever come back with any kind of a weekly show or podcast. It should be called Forced Shadow Work. Because that's what I've been doing, and that's why you guys fucking no longer take a nice shiny liking to Passio. Here's all the kiddos out there, right, kiddos? I used to love Passio back in the early days because he was really nice to us, and he was kind, and he never cursed, and he never yelled at us, and he never got jumped down our throats, and he never got on our backs and told us that we were the problem. It was all external. I was able to do this with early Passio. Yay, I can do this. Look, yay for early Passio stuff. I can do this. I can point outside of myself. Because later Passio stuff told you that you need to do this. And that's when you guys checked the fuck out. You checked the fuck out because you're weaklings, because you're losers, because you don't really have any genuine fucking transformative spiritual aspect awake and alive in you. You're really what your owner occult masters call you. You're the fucking dead. And you always have been. You're just fucking dead inside. You have no passion. You have no awakened consciousness. You have no spirit. You have no fucking soul. You're just the fucking dead. And that's who all of the women out there that buy into the neo-feminist propaganda are. You're satanic fucking dead. You're low-life scumbags. You're fucking no spirituality losers. You're satanic fucking brainwashed morons. And you're the fucking dead, as the higher level Satanists call your low-life scumbag asses. Annie Oakley once said, I would like to see every woman know how to handle firearms as naturally as they know how to handle babies. And that's nice, but how about getting your head out from up your ass first, even before you handle a gun? Let's not put the guns into their hands until they get their heads out from up their ass. You can sight better when your head's not in your asshole, right? So take the head out of the asshole, then line up the rifle, then line up your sights, and then you'll be good. You see how that works? You know, it's important to follow step-by-step procedure. Head out from the ass first, you know? Yeah, I know most wouldn't think it would be such. I know. Believe me. So the awakening of the sacred masculine is awakening true courage within people, whether they're male or female. Both genders need the sacred masculine awakened within them, not just women who have bought into the Neo-Feminism agenda. True resistance against all forms of enslavement will equate to victory if we practice it. But is there resistance happening right now? Could you describe what's happening in the world as resistance? Believe me, I know some of the we're-winning morons out there think that a resistance is taking place. Yeah, there's a great awakening. There's a grand awakening happening. There's such a resistance is taking place against the globalist occultists. Yeah, I know. We're resisting hard. We're resisting so hard. You got women posting all over social media, spreading more neo-feminist nonsense every fucking day, and their blatant hatred for men, blatant misandry everywhere, all over the fuck. I can't get away from it. I don't go and display open hatred to people. I treat people on a very even keel. I'm pleasant. I'm nice to fucking people who wait on me at a table or in a pub or whatever, and it's just hatred. Because they just hate. Women are taught to hate any man that looks masculine. If you're not a little fucking fairy boy wearing pink spandex with fucking pink fucking flip-flops on, and you call yourself, I don't fucking know, you got fucking permed fucking blonde hair, you're prancing the fuck around talking in a lilty voice, then women love you. Because you're non-threatening. You're not going to be against the fucking state. You don't look like you're a guy that can fucking handle himself at all. It looks like you'll blow away in a light fucking breeze. Oh, wind kicked up a little. Where'd he go? Where is he? Oh, he's 3/4 of the way down the block that way. He just blew the fuck away. That's literally that. Women love that. All the fucking conditioned neo-feminist women. They look at a guy who looks like a guy, like he's a piece of dog shit, hasn't said a word. Like I said, your thin slicing is shit. Your ability to gauge and judge a situation, don't rely on your intuition. Don't quit your day job, You could probably be a better opera singer without any fucking training. Certainly don't quit your day job to go be an intuitive specialist. You'll fail fucking miserably. Don't quit your day job to go become some fucking psychologist. You'll fail fucking miserably at it. Believe me, you'll end up in the fucking poorhouse. Okay? So, quit trying to thin slice the situation, meaning, I'm going to get all the info I need to know on a quick thin slice. I'm just going to look at the situation. I'm going to use my intuition. I'm going to know what's really going on here. He looks like some kind of a fucking masculine guy. He must be a piece of shit. He must treat people like shit. He must be a fucking, total domineering controller. He must be some fucking mean person that kicks fucking animals. Don't thin slice. You're no good at it. You're actually wretched at it. It's called do your due diligence and get the fucking information that you actually need in a stepwise progression over time, like it's supposed to be done. Don't try to just I'm going to get this little tiny bit of information and then I think I know everything I need to know, because you're living on Mount fucking Stupid and your intuition's in the shitter. You live on Mount Stupid and your intuition's in the shit can. Okay? So, just don't embarrass your fucking self. And this is what most women do. You embarrass yourself and you show how little you know. And you show where you live on the Dunning-Kruger graph. And it ain't on the right side, gals. It's way over on the left at the fucking summit of Mount Stupid. Not all of you. Ones who have done their due diligence, really understand what's going on in the world, do understand the occult, do understand natural law, do understand objective morality, have true care awoken in your heart, have true courage awoken in the sense of the true sacred masculine dynamic of your being, and then you're truly resisting the system. We have all too few of that. It's almost negligible. It's almost that it doesn't exist at all. It's so negligible of an amount. What we need to ultimately do is to wake up to the manipulation and resist it. Information regarding this occult agenda can be extremely difficult for the victims of its manipulation to hear. But when you finally recognize the methods and goals of this Epi-Eugenics agenda, you will wake up and see the programming. Exactly like when Neo wakes up in the Matrix movie, the original Matrix, and can see the code in the Matrix, which is when he gains all the power that he needs to fight back against the agents of the Matrix. That's when he finally develops confidence. It's like the true confidence when you're going up the slope of enlightenment. That's that moment for Neo. You know, then you're in the last 3% of humanity, if that. Like I said, I'm being generous, giving people 3% who are actually trying or really, truly getting it, the 0.5%, maybe. Resistance, because if we fight, we might lose, but if we don't fight, we've already lost. I mean, brilliant. Brilliant saying. I think this is by J. Krishnamurti. He said, when the consciousness is denied its freedom, when the workings of society hamper the artist, the musician, the poet, the philosopher, in short, the thinker, it is time for the instinct of rebellion to declare a state of war. Ladies and gentlemen, war has already been declared upon us. If you don't think that these Satanists have declared war upon the human species, you have not been paying fucking attention. And no, the Talmudic Jews and the Zionist Jews, they are not the apex of the occult orders. They are one aspect of it. One aspect, just like dark Freemasonry, dark Rosicrucianism, Klapodic Kabbalah, Luciferianism, Satanism. The occult is what people have to understand, and it's a wide network of eclectic individuals. It's not all people who think exactly the same thing and are members of one group or club. Skull and Bones does not run the whole world. Skull and Bones is a sect of the religion that runs the whole world. Zionism does not run the whole world. Zionism is a sect of the religion that runs the whole world. The cultural religions don't run the world. They're sects of the religion that runs the world. And the religion that runs the world is ideological Satanism. And when you go to the highest levels of it, it becomes what I have referred to as dark Luciferianism in its worldview. That's who's directing the neo-feminist agenda. They're the highest levels of all the highest social engineering think tanks of the world, including the financial, the political, the religious, and the eugenics think tanks. And the occult ones. I mean, people have to stop thinking this is some little tiny structure with like a simple pyramid thing, and then there's one group at the top that runs it all. It's far more intricate and complicated. You could describe that as a simple model, just like you could describe this Dunning-Kruger effect as a simple function graph. It doesn't mean it's not much more complicated than that. This is what little children think like, who have no complexity in their thought, and they think in a unidimensional fashion. And that's mostly who we have. That describes all the people living on Mount Stupid in the Dunning-Kruger effect graph. See, Neo doesn't wake up until he comes off of Mount Stupid, stop identifying with an illusion, and actually gains more knowledge of self and more knowledge about how the system really works. Then he's at a place where he can actually start affecting the changes in the world, in that world that he is inhabiting spiritually. He can see what that system is doing and respond to it in real time. It's a beautiful allegory if it's understood. Most people are just too dumb to understand it. Just like they're too dumb to understand anything else, including technology, including communication. They just want to stay where they're at. They're just comfortable living on Mount Stupid, and they just want to fucking stay there. They don't want to push themselves to move forward. And that's why everybody loves early Passio. But Fuck later, Passio, because he's getting hard on his students now. And he's trying to tell them you got to change internally, and you got to change in your knowledge, and you got to change in your spirituality. And you guys don't want to fucking change. You want to point fingers externally and say, it's the Jews, it's the Catholics, it's the Freemasons, it's the Jesuits, it's these guys over here, it's these guys over here, over there. But you never want to do this, ever once. And that's what makes you lowlives. You could think you know all the shit that you think you know. You don't know dick is what you know. You don't know fuck all. You're little children pointing your fingers outward instead of saying maybe the problem lies with my bullshit thinking that I've been given by those out there and all around, and I took it as gospel fucking truth, and I ate it with a spoon, a straw, a hose, and a funnel, and I gulped it down my gullet on full fucking blast, and fuck anybody trying to tell me that I made a mistake and that my worldview is fucked up and I have to purge my bullshit religious thinking, whether it's the religion of cultural religion, whether it's the religion of Zionism, whether it's the religion of fucking U.S. imperialism, whether it's the religion of radical right-wing culture, whether it's the religion of Trump's going to save us, whether it's the religion that the blue avians are going to save us, whether it's the religion that Q and all his fucking Q-tards are going to save us, whether it's the fucking flat earth religion, whether it's the fucking whatever other bullshit you want to believe, the religion of authority, the religion of government, the religion of my political party, the religion of my religion's untainted. It's just everybody else's that's wrong. Yeah. And then it's just, that guy Passio, he just changed later on. That's all that happened. No, I knew everything that I knew now, just about, on day one. I just took it way easier on people back then because I wanted people to actually listen, and I should have been just as hard on you then as I am now. I should have just came right out of the gate swinging with vicious fucking uppercuts. I shouldn't have just start throwing a couple of jabs. I should have just been uppercutting you motherfuckers in the fucking teeth since day one. And I should have been my real genuine self like I am now. I should have never taken it easy on anybody. It was a big mistake. It was one of my biggest mistakes and regrets of my whole broadcasting career and teaching career, if you want to call it that. That I didn't just come out swinging a fucking hatchet at your head is what I should have done. Metaphorically, I should have swung a big fucking warrior sword, sharpened on both sides, right at your jugular vein on podcast 001. Instead, I was very polite and took a long time to try to bring you guys along. And when I really look back, you fucking didn't move from the spot where you were at on day one. You never moved you never budged a fucking micrometer. You never budged a micrometer. You think you did. You believe that you budged a micrometer. But when you really look back and fucking take the score, you guys didn't even budge the width of a fucking human hair. And you got fucking light years to go before you really fucking wake the fuck up. And almost all of you guys failed fucking miserably. You're nowhere near true resistance because you never woke the fuck up truly. You're under a false awakening. That's the biggest danger. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled isn't that he doesn't exist. It's that he gave you a false variant of what real awakening is, and you guys bought it hook, line, and fucking sinker, you fucking tards. You bought it hook, line, and sinker. Now you think you're knowledgeable. Now you think you're awake. And now you think Passio's unhinged because he gets angry at my retardation. Passio's screaming at me and telling me I live on Mount Stupid, so all of his earlier stuff's okay. And when he talks like this, it's okay too. But, when he was telling us that we're the problem and we need to wake up and we're really under a false awakening and we're not winning, I don't like that guy. Yeah, that's what you guys fucking sound like. It's pathetic. You're losers. You're losers who I don't want to be associated with. And I'm not. I'm not the same fucking thing as you. I'm not the same animal. I'm not the same creature. I'm not the same fucking species. Don't even put me and you together in the same fucking sentence. Keep my name out of your fucking retarded species mouth. Because we are not the same thing, and I ain't in your dumb fucking cult like you are. And here's what it really comes down to. You gotta say no to all the bullshit. And I'm saying no to the fake freedom movement. The fake freedom movement, you ain't making any freedom, and you ain't making any movement. You haven't gone anywhere since day one. And it's because you didn't say the lost word to evil. You didn't say the lost word to bullshit. You didn't say the lost word to psyops. You didn't say the lost word to fake spirituality. You didn't say the lost word to fucking bullshit religion. All you did is say yes to all of that, and you gulped it down your shit-eating gullet the whole fucking time. For the last 17 years, that's all you did. You opened up your gaping fucking maw, and you put a fucking fire hose of bullshit down your fucking gullet, morons. That's all you guys did. Here's one of my favorite quotes in comic book history. And Captain America was supposed to embody the spirit of America. It doesn't matter what it became. It doesn't matter what you think it was originally intended to be. The essence of the original Captain America is he's embodying the true spirit of what America's origins and original intent are supposed to be. That's why in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he's the only one that could even budge Mjolnir. And Thor looks at it when he makes the effort to move it, and he sees that he did move it. Maybe he didn't fully lift it, but he moved it. Thor looks at it like, whoa, because it's an allegory that America was the best chance we had, and it was moving in the right direction at its very inception, at its ideological inceptions, at its philosophical inceptions. Were there terrible things done and terrible mistakes made? Of course. If you don't understand that the idea of America is the best chance that humanity has ever come to true freedom, I feel sorry for you. You're allied to, completely brainwashed by the dark occult and their agencies, dim-witted moron. Because if you don't understand that America is the fucking last and only chance that the whole fucking godless world has for a chance at freedom, I feel really sorry for your dumb fucking ass, because you guys have no brain in your head to think with. And it's sad. It's really sad that the occultists were able to have people turn on the idea of America. I don't care what you think about what the country is now. Obviously, it's, become a cesspool now. I'm not talking about that. Go back and read the writings of the founding fathers of America, which the occultists don't want you to read. That's why they dissuaded you from the idea of America. No, they don't want you to go back and read Thomas Paine. They don't want you to read Samuel Adams. No way. They don't want you to read Patrick Henry. They don't want you to read any of that stuff. They want you just angry at what America has become today, so you think it was never any kind of an idea that was conducive to the expression of human freedom. And that's why I feel bad for anybody that doesn't think so, because you're historical retards. You're retarded when it comes to what actually occurred in human history, let alone American history. You're just retarded when it comes to that. And that's because you have so little knowledge that you think you know everything. You think you know what it really was all about. You think it was all just non-complexity. There was no complexity to it. It was all just rich white slave owners, because that's what your bullshit fucking mind controllers told you to think. And so you swallowed it. You just, yes, sir, where's my hose? Down the throat goes the hose. Put it on full fucking blast. That's what you guys did, because you're fucking jerk-off morons. and you don't know how to fucking read eclectically. You never read the right books. You never fucking understood the complexities of early America. You never read the writings of the founding fathers and understood where their headspace was at. No, you just bought some social engineer Marxist bullshitter and said, America was never great. America was never any kind of a place that was trying to spread ideas that were conducive to true freedom. My college professor shouted out of his ass. He bent over, I put my ear to his ass, and he blasted away. And that's how I know what I know now. That's what you guys said. Let me get to this quote that Captain America said. It doesn't matter what the press says. It doesn't matter what the politicians or the mob say. It doesn't matter if the whole country decides that something wrong is right. This nation was founded on one principle above all else, the requirement that we stand up for what we believe, no matter what the odds or the consequences. And I would amend that to say, stand up for what we know to be right. Not just believe. Forget belief. When the mob and the press and the whole world tell you to move, your job is to plant yourself like a tree next to the river of truth and tell the whole world, no, you move. I'm going to move you. I don't need to be moved. You need to be fucking moved. I'm right where I fucking need to be and belong. You're the fucking problem. You're the fucking problem, not me. My anger's not the problem. My delivery's not the problem. I know what I need to know. I did what I needed to do. I met the fucking requirements. You're the fucking jerk off who needs to change. Jerk off, not me. The problem of the world is not Mark Passio and his anger. For all the fucking retards that are the problem with the world and don't want to fucking change even a little bit. You're the fucking problem. And you know who else is the problem? All the people that won't tell you that you're the fucking problem. All the people that want to sweet talk you and put a little lilty, flowery voice and a shit-eating grin on their face and tell you, you're just where you need to be. You don't need to move. You don't need to fucking go anywhere. You don't need to change. They're the fucking problem right along with you. Because they're fucking cowards and they don't want to fucking tell you that you're wrong and you're the fucking problem. And that's why people don't like later Passio. You like early Passio, but you don't like later Passio. Because later Passio's pointing the finger right at you and telling you, you're the fucking problem, jerk off. It's your mind that's the problem. It's your lack of care that's the fucking problem. It's your bullshit beliefs that are the fucking problem. It's that you won't teach other fucking people. You won't learn. You won't grow. You won't teach others. You want to sit on your lazy fucking ass and just watch the world like it's a fucking movie. It's not a spectator sport, loser. That's the problem. You're the fucking problem. All the people that I'm describing like that, and that's almost all of you within the sound of my voice, with the exception of a few people who fully woke up, fucking activated themselves, and are doing the great work. And it's a piss-ant, little shit-for-nothing handful that doesn't fucking matter. Because it's not enough. It's not enough people. It's not enough energy. It's not enough force to get the job done. Like I said, it's like we got a 10,000-pound block to carry a whole fucking block down the street, and you got 3 people that showed up. Well, that ain't going to get the job done, motherfucker. 10,000 people show up. Maybe we can get some big fucking rope straps, something underneath this fucking thing. We can move it. I don't know. Maybe, but we got a shot with 10,000 people. 3 showed up. And then everybody wants to go, wow, be lucky 3 people showed up. Go fuck yourself. And like I said, it's like, there's a raging fire. My house is burning down. Where are the fire fucking trucks? This is like a 3-alarm fire. We're going to need at least 3 fucking fire trucks. And they show up with a glass of water. Here, throw this on it. It's like, are you fucking kidding? What are you fucking handing me? This is not the answer. If a house is burning down, you need more water than this. Somebody handing you some water and saying, here, throw that in there, isn't helping. It's not enough. It's not good enough. It should have already been dealt with. It's not something that we need to do 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Well, we're working on it. We're building our way up to it. Well, it'll get there, Mark. Mark! Just keep it up and tell people that we just need more people. It'll get there. It'll get there. Just give it some more time. We're almost there. We're winning. Yeah. 20 fucking years people had. 20 fucking years you had. What the fuck changed? Absolutely fucking nothing changed in the last 20 fucking years. Oh, a lot changed. Everybody got more divisive, at each other's fucking throats. Men fucking hating women, women hating fucking men. Political polarization all across the fucking board. People who still don't understand what evil looks like. I saw somebody make a post. I can't believe 40% of people can't recognize evil when they see it. 40? What fucking planet are you living on? 99.9% of people can't understand evil if it fucking ran over them like a fucking aircraft carrier falling out of the sky. 40%. People don't even know what fucking evil is. Mark, why ain't you talking about the Earth's flat? Mark, why ain't you talking about that everybody needs to eat meat to live? Because that's what my nutritionist told me. Mark, how come you're not talking about the blue avians, Mark? Because the guy I listen to on the Exopolitics YouTube channel told me that they're in orbit right now. Yeah, this is where we're at. That's where we're at. It's where we're at, folks. You didn't say no to evil. You gulped it down your fucking throat proudly. That's what you did. You didn't tell the fucking people out there that they're wrong. You didn't try to teach them. You let them remain and dwell in their ignorance because you don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to create conflict. You know? You didn't even do that when the fucking bullshit pandemic garbage was going on, the PSYOP COVID war. You guys can't let go of your fucking bullshit identities. That's what it is. You want to latch onto a safe, bullshitty identity, and you want to stay there in your comfort zone. Because that's what low-life fucking cowards with shit for parents do. You were never challenged. Your horizons were never expanded. You were never pushed. You were never put into a place where you had to develop courage. You were just allowed to stay where you're at and be soft. That's what you guys are. You're fucking soft. Soft. You get it? You understand what an insult that is? I don't think you do. I don't think if someone took a megaphone and just said soft all day, you still wouldn't get it. SAWFT, soft. That's what you guys are. You have no courage. You have no balls whatsoever. You're just soft losers. You have no courage to let go of your bullshit built-up identity. Because that's what you guys have. A bullshit identity that's been built up inside your fucking mind, and you can't let it go. And that even means if we have to let go societally to a point where it temporarily becomes chaos and we got to burn the whole fucking place down to start over again, then so fucking be it. Then you got to welcome that chaos that it will bring. Sometimes you back yourself into such a corner that only burning the motherfucker down could ever get you freedom again. And you cannot be afraid of that. And most of you are, because you're soft, bullshit cowards. You're soft, low-life, bullshit cowards. That's the problem. The control system has to go. It has to all burn down. Out of that chaos, the authentic man and the authentic woman will be the survivors. Maybe. I'm telling you now, even now, that opportunity is slipping away. I was much more assured that, we had a far better chance years ago when I originally delivered this presentation. I no longer think that today. I'm not totally black-pilled. I'm not a doomsayer, but I'm just saying, I think maybe the opportunity came and went, where we had the opportunity and we just, again, we raised our middle finger to it and told it to go fuck itself, just like people did with my work. If I could just summarize my entire work, I told people exactly what they needed to hear. They all raised their middle finger at me and told me to go fuck myself. That is what my entire life has been since I started doing this work. That's all it's been. With the exception of a tiny pissant handful that, as good as those people are, and it's not a slight to them, you guys did what you were supposed to, and I say thank you for that, and you're my peers in this effort. But the amount that it amounted to was negligible and could almost be considered nothing. It doesn't mean that I'm not thankful to the people who did change and did do the work. But so few responded to the call that it might as well have been no one. And that's pathetic. In a society that has destroyed all adventure, the only adventure left is to destroy that society. And yeah, I think it really does need to be that. I think we would be far better off in a state of jungle chaos than where we're at now, which is chaos that we'll never get out of, which is complete enslavement, the ultimate form of chaos. In a state of just disarray, people have a chance to figure it out and rebuild and get on the right path. We're not even in that form of chaos. We're not in the form of chaos that implies possibility. We're in the form of chaos right now in which no possibility to emerge is the way things are. That's what an endless state of slavery is, where the people are so dumb they can never come to the place of knowledge where they meet the requirements of coming out of slavery and coming into a condition of true freedom. I don't even know whether those conditions could ever be put in place. I think we're in a place where it's forever enslavement until God decides to destroy the earth. That's where I think we've entered. That's where we're at. We're at the place of total cosmic judgment, and I think judgment has been handed down. And the verdict is enslavement until execution. That's the verdict that's been handed down from on high. Enslavement until execution. Throughout this presentation, some of it came from people whose information you should probably look into in a deep way. Jim Keith, who wrote the book Mass Control, Engineering Human Consciousness, a book which more likely than not he was killed for writing. He died shortly after its publication. John C. Coleman, who wrote the book The Tavistock Institute of Human Relations, the subtitle of which was Shaping the Moral, Spiritual, Cultural, Political, and Economic Decline of the United States of America. Camille Paglia, who wrote the book Sexual Personae. The podcaster Stefan Molyneux, the former public speaker Christopher Hitchens, Gary Allen, who wrote the book None Dare Call It Conspiracy, which is an essential book that most people have never read, don't even know about. I keep telling people it's one of the most essential to read books that exist, that exposes the communist agenda in particular, and how the big, huge crony capitalists are really ultimately behind socialism and capitalism. And unfortunately, what Gary Allen left out of this book was the occult aspect of it. He covered it from the political aspect of it, which was excellent, which was very needed and very well done. But most people don't have the background in the occult knowledge. They were not members of the occult themselves, and therefore they can't speak to it from direct experience. And in many cases, then they're reticent to write about something that they don't know deeply from a personal perspective. Janice Fiamengo, Christina Hoff Summers, many others. Look into these people's work. Some of it, you will have to use discernment, and some of it, I would say, is excellent, well-researched data that stands the test of time. Some of it, you could take certain things with a grain of salt, leave those things, if you will, and take the parts that do truly deeply connect with real truth. Again, that's the same thing with any information. You need discernment. You have to apply discernment. What this is all about, and this is what on Earth is Happening has been about, ladies and gentlemen. Since day one, what on Earth is Happening is about dragging people to where they don't want to go, dragging them out of their comfort zone. I don't understand how people can listen to what I'm talking about, and you guys don't really understand. I'm talking to you. You guys are the one in the comfort zone. I'm the one trying to pull you to where I'm fucking at, because I know more than you, infinitely more. You think you know, you're not really standing in the fucking truth. You bought a bunch of bullshit psyop lies. I'm a person who has the ability to discern because of my ability to actually think and not just believe fucking people. All my years of belief have long been over since I came out of the occult world. That's when I decided I was never going to believe what people say, and I was going to learn a true truth discovery method, and then I did. And I was going to try to teach people to come out of those states of belief. And it's just nails across the fucking chalkboard in the fucking ground, kicking and screaming like a fucking baby, dragging you guys along inch by inch by inch. Like unmerciful, a millimeter at a fucking time, with nails on the chalkboard every fucking millimeter. That's how poor of students you have been. That's how horrible the fucking people of this world, the state of consciousness that they are in, and you guys wouldn't listen and fucking help do the great work by becoming fucking teachers and communicators. You just want to sit on your fucking hands. You want to jam your fucking hand up your ass to the elbow and sit on your lazy, fat fucking ass on your fucking couch and do nothing. Because you're lazy fucking slobs. You can't look at a Herculean fucking effort like I've made and say, let me emulate that. No, you want to punch down on fucking people and say, oh, you did all this work, but you did it angry. You're angry because I'm a fucking retard, Mark. And you're not allowed to be angry that I'm a retard sitting with my ass, hand up my ass up to my elbow. That's not permitted, man. You know? Yeah, we have a guest to talk about the dynamic of anger when it comes to somebody who is an actual expert and, is trying to tell fucking idiots that they're the problem. Let's listen to this expert. Here's our psychological expert today. Well, Mark, you see, you can't tell people that you're angry and display anger just because they're retards like me. That's not allowed. That's not permitted. That's unacceptable. And you're hurting people's feelings by doing that. And you're the problem, you see? When people, then they thin slice what you're doing on your show, and they use their intuition that they pulled out from up their own assholes, and then they're going to tell you that you're the problem, and I have to concur. They're correct. Mark Passio and his anger at retards like myself and all the people that I represent are the problem, instead of us actually being the problem because we're retards and we don't do anything, and we sit on our ass all day with our hand up our ass up to the elbow. Thank you very much. That is my expert assessment from my comfortable log cabin up on the summit of Mount Stupid. Thank you and good night. That's all, you guys. And here's your team. Wait, we have a new song, folks. We have a new song for Team Humanity. Here Here's the song, folks. Go Team Humanity, go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Go Team Humanity, go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Flat Earth, eat meat. Flat Earth, eat meat. Flat Earth, eat meat. My team's retarded. I lost it. I had new words. I can't even remember. It was something like, we're all retards, and that's our team. There you go. There's your new song. Okay? It's a platinum, multi-platinum fucking hit for Team Humanity. Just go out and make the fucking t-shirts and make billions on the sales of them, because, you know, that's where we're at, folks. That's where we're at. It's good stuff. I mean, it's really, you know, it's all you can do is just mercilessly fucking mock people and their fucking retardation. Because, like I said, almost my entire viewing audience from day one, you're this fucking low-life fucking nerd here getting dragged the fuck along, kicking and screaming to the truth. The true great work is to help people to abandon the false and dogmatic beliefs which have been holding back the progress of their consciousness and impeding the reception of truth and natural law. The true great work is the arduous task of influencing others to realize that in supporting and condoning the legitimacy of authority, that they have actually been supporting and condoning the legitimacy of slavery, and that they were immoral for having done so. It's even more than that. It's really convincing them that they need to abandon all and any of the religious beliefs that they have been clinging to like a maggot clings to a dead corpse. That's really what the great work is. It's purging the world of all religion. Because all religion is a dogmatic bullshit belief system that keeps you enslaved. That's it. All of it. Every form of it. There's only one problem, and there's only one solution. The problem is all of the religions of the world. The solution is the great work to influence people to abandon all of the religions of the world. And again, if you think I'm talking about the cultural religions, you're a moron. You haven't listened. You want a thin slice. I have to repeat it every fucking time I say the word religion. Religion is not just Christianity, Judaism, Zionism, Buddhism, Hinduism, whatever the fuckism you believe in. It's all false ideologies that hold back the progress of human consciousness. It's anything that you rigidly, dogmatically cling to that isn't actually the way it works in nature. That's it. That's a religion. Authority's a religion. Money's a religion. The worship of fucking money's a religion. The fucking worship of science is a religion. Materialism is a religion. Marxism is a religion. Communism is a fucking religion. Nazism is a religion. Politics is a fucking religion. Authorities are religion, governments are religion. It's all fucking religious garbage. And you all believe in it in one form or another. You all stay there, and that's why you're fucking low-life slaves that are never going to be free. That's all it comes down to. Until you abandon all your bullshit religious beliefs and you come over to the fucking side of actual reality and truth as it objectively exists in the natural world. And you abandon all of your false constructural ideas that are part of the artificial bullshit world, you'll be enslaved for eternity. And the mercy comet is never coming, folks. I got news for you. This place is going to be an eternal hell for the souls that fucking want to remain here in their bullshit religion. The mercy comet isn't coming because the God of creation is going to let you rot for eternity in the hell of your own creation. One of the last concepts that I brought up in this presentation was what I called the law of one in zombie land. We've heard of the law of one in the New Age movement, but this is the law of one in zombie land where we actually live. And you hear this all over the place from the New Age movement. Oh, yeah, we're all one, but just believe what you believe and let everybody else go. Don't be attached to what everybody else thinks, and then therefore you never teach anybody, you never edify anybody, you never reach out, and you never try to influence them and dissuade them from their bullshit religious beliefs. You never give them information. You never turn them on to new material. You never say, watch this podcast, watch this TV show, watch this fucking allegorical movie, read this book, watch this lecture. No, you say, I'm on my path, they're on theirs. And you don't even understand. You're all headed to the same fucking place. That's the law of one. The law of one isn't that there's bifurcation in a million different ways. That's your new age bullshit law of one. The law of one is we're all connected because the whole of humanity's headed to the same fucking place, moron. You're too dumb to even fucking see that. You think because you're in your new age bullshit religion that you're going to end up in a different fucking environment than the fucking people who are low-life, ignoramus fucking assholes with zero spirituality, who just want to bring more and more enslavement down upon humanity? You think that makes somehow the universe is just going to bifurcate just for you because you got a message they didn't get, right? You never tried to teach them because that's their journey and yours is yours alone, and you think you're going to end up in a different fucking place. We're all headed to the same fucking hell, loser. This is the loser bullshit you bought into in your new age junkie religion. You're a junkie shooting false Luciferian spirituality into your fucking arm. That's what you are. You're a feel-good religious junkie. Alternative religion. We have a feel-good alternative religion. It's called New Ageism. And what we teach is everybody's one, except don't go try to convince anybody of anything. Don't influence his thought. Don't influence these zombies' thoughts. No, never do that. Because you're on your path and they're on theirs. And as long as we talk with a nice, lilty voice and we don't try to influence anybody and we don't try to tell them your head's up your ass and you don't really know and you just think you know, but you're a bullshit religionist and you're just swallowing a bunch of untruth down the fucking gullet it goes. And I'm a new ager who says there's going to be this great spiritual bifurcation. Those people are going where they're going and I'm going where I'm going. And you think you represent oneness. You think that represents togetherness. You think that represents care. You think that represents true love. You think that represents true spirituality. You think that represents knowledge, wisdom, understanding of what's going on, true care. You don't have a fucking morsel of any of it in your fucking entire existence. In your whole fucking makeup. You don't have one morsel of any of those things. You're completely ensconced in a made-up Luciferian bullshit version of spirituality, which is Satanism. You're a Satanist. You've been converted into Satanism and you don't even know. I just follow my bliss and whatever the greatest idea of my life is. And I just make that and fuck everybody else because they don't subscribe to my bullshit religious beliefs. And so they're going to experience what they experience and the whole society isn't going to affect me. It's not like I'm enslaved by this whole system. No. There's going to be a bifurcation, you see? And there's an ascension where we're separating from them, and there's going to be 2 Earths or 5 Earths or 5 billion Earths. I'm going to shove each one up my ass and juggle them. That's what I need for the last show. I need to juggle. I mean, where's some stuff that I can juggle? You know, we'll put on a nice fucking clown act for you today. I mean, it's so retarded. You people are so fucked up. And you don't even understand how fucked up your mindset is. You're just fucked up. You've been given a completely false version of reality, a false spiritual system, so that you'll sit with your hands up your ass doing nothing and saying that you're spiritual. There's nothing spiritual in what you believe or do. You're lowlives. You're fucking selfish lowlives. You don't know what true care is. You don't have agape care. You have total fucking selfishness. You're only worried about yourself and your fucking ascension and bifurcation, which ain't never going to happen, by the way. You're going to be in the same slave pen with everybody the fuck else, moron. Because you're a fucking Satanist and you've been converted to the satanic ideology without you even knowing or understanding what happened to your fucking low-life, sorry, dumb fucking ass. And again, just put the lilty voice on it and then it's all true. You know? The law of one in Zombieland is about that we are, unfortunately, attached to those who are unconscious and unaware. It's not just about cutting them loose, letting them go. As unpopular as it is to hear for many people, and I should have the word as it is to hear for many people, we live in a shared reality and we will all share the same societal fate. If we want to change the world for the better without experiencing large-scale societal disaster, our one great work lies in waking the walking dead. We have to wake up the fucking zombies. We have to wake up the dead. We have to wake up the NPCs, the non-player characters. We have to wake up people who haven't been paying attention since fucking second one. Why would you ever believe that the answer lies in anything else except the communication of knowledge to the ignorant? You still don't grasp that, you dumb, lard, Luddite asses. You dumb, lard ass, ludtard morons. You still don't get that the answer is the communication of spiritual knowledge and the communication of natural law and objective morality to the mindless, fucktard, zombie horde masses of this fucking planet. That's why it's called the One Great Work, because it's unimaginably difficult to do, and we blew it. We failed at it past tense. You had a chance to do it over the last 20 motherfucking years, losers. And what you guys did is said, that's for other people to do. Mark, when you're an agent because you talk about morality and you won't talk about that the earth's flat. Mark. The earth's flat, Mark. And Mark Passio is an agent because he'll never say that. We can't bring him into our cult. And he just keeps telling us that we're wrong. And that's why he's got to be an agent. Because the CIA couldn't have given us our religion. We know that's impossible. And therefore, natural law might as well be thrown out the window too, because if he's saying that that's real and the earth's not flat, then that can't be true. Yeah. Yep. That's where we're at, kids. That's where we're at, and you guys don't know, and you guys don't fucking care, and you guys didn't lift a fucking finger to help. All this fucking time you had to start, and you didn't lift a fucking finger to help because you're just scum. You're just fucking scum. Napalm Death said it right. As off the track as they went later, you know, their first album, fucking Scum, called people what they are. And they called fucking people for just taking the fucking paycheck and helping these motherfuckers do what they're doing. It just can be summed up in one word: scum. You know? That's it. And, you know, this fucking loser here, whatever his fucking name was, one of the worst characters in the history of fucking graphic novels. Don't go down his path. He's sure to get you fucking dead on day one. Sure to get you fucking killed. Rick, my favorite. What a fucking loser. But, you know, he's looking at The Walking Dead and he's saying, you're telling me that we're all one? It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. If you want to talk about a guy that doesn't understand a survival scenario, you know? Ugh. Is all I have to. Where's the vomit puppet when you need him? Rick came up on the screen. Where's my vomit puppet? I think I threw up in my mouth a little. But anyway, the graphic tells the story. He's looking at you like, seriously? We got to wake this up? This is what we have to wake up? This is what we have to work with? Yeah, there's your prima materia in the alchemical process there, Rick. You got to wake up the fucking zombies. Did you get to work on that yet? No, you didn't. That's why you guys are like fucking Rick and the effectiveness of him as a leader in your movement. Yeah. You did great. You did fucking nothing. You know the movie Midnight Run? That's one of my favorite movies of all time. I just recently rewatched it. I love the part where the bounty, the guy who makes the bail bonds, he says to De Niro's character, the bounty hunter, he said, you could have fucking walked him backwards. You had 3 days to get here. You could have walked him backwards across the country to L.A., from New York to L.A. in that amount of time. You could have walked him backwards. You guys could have walked humanity backwards to the solution, and you didn't fucking do it. You had enough time to walk humanity backwards. You know? You could have gotten them there in time, and you didn't fucking bother. And that's why, just like De Niro's character answers, he says, don't fuck with me or I will shoot him and I will dump him in the fucking swamp. And that's probably all we have left to do with humanity. Shoot it dead and dump it in the fucking swamp. And so that's about all you're going to do in the time remaining anyway. Yeah, if you haven't seen the movie, it doesn't make any sense. It's funny anyway. There's some great zingers in that movie, great one-line zingers. That's when movies were made that were actually fucking entertaining movies. You know, instead of the bullshit garbage you see out there today with woke fucking bullshit messaging. Fulfilling the satanic Epi-Eugenics divide and conquer agenda. We had a chance to give a rebirth to the goddess, but as I said, I think we blew it as a species. You guys blew it. I didn't blow it. I did what was required of me. You blew it. So I shouldn't say we blew it because I shouldn't include me with you. You guys blew it. You had a chance to reawaken the goddess energy. You had a chance to reawaken the true sacred feminine dynamic of care, and you fucking blew it. Okay? And again, I challenge people, take it as a fucking challenge. Prove me wrong. Prove Mark Passio wrong for once. I've been right about everything else I've fucking said since day one. Try to prove me wrong for once and prove we didn't blow it. Mark! We didn't blow it, Mark! We're going to resurrect the goddess energy. We're going to resurrect the sacred feminine of true care, of agape. And we're going to actually teach humanity. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it, tards. Okay? Let's put it that way. You proved to me, don't have confidence in you. I'll have confidence in myself and what I have the ability to do. I don't have any fucking confidence in you losers. You're the losers who sat there for the last 20 fucking years doing nothing. When you had a chance to fucking learn, you had a chance to grow, you had a chance to communicate, you had a chance to publish, you had a chance to teach, you had a chance to change yourself, you had a chance to help to change others, and you did no part of it. But Mark, you're not allowed to get angry about that. That's not very spiritual. No, it's spiritual to sit with your hands up your fucking ass and do nothing for 2 fucking decades and then complain at the guy who's angry that that's what you did with your fucking miserable excuse for an existence. When I busted my ass to actually try to fucking teach fucking retards something worth teaching them. You guys had your fucking comfort preserved. You had your fucking little fucking box of comfort and hiding preserved for you. I'm in my little box of comfort and hiding. And I don't want to be a public figure. And I don't want to learn all this stuff because it's too hard. And I'm not meant for that. That's that person's job. They're supposed to do that. I'm supposed to hide in a little fucking cardboard box. Fucking scum. Fucking scum. I mean, it just makes me not even want to fucking say a word or even finish the fucking slides. Because it's like, it's such brutal disappointment in what a shit team. I mean, it's like, then I'm not supposed, I'm supposed to look at all of creation and go, thanks a lot for setting me up with that. It was a great scenario. It taught great lessons. Like, here's an unwinnable situation with people who don't want to fucking learn. Go in there and try to make it better. Like, if that's not the God of creation's lesson. That's how fucked up we are. That's how fucked up we made this place. I refuse to believe that the God of creation just throws people into an unwinnable situation because that'll toughen you up. No, that'll traumatize someone endlessly and pretty much teach them you shouldn't have fucking said a word because it accomplished zero. And that's not the lesson either. See, this is them, the occultists will go, that was the lesson, Mark. Here's all the Hermeticists. Mark, don't you understand? The lesson was, be quiet and don't ever say anything. Wrong, ass face. Wrong, ass for a hat. You're not even an ass hat. You're an ass for a hat. Okay? You're wearing an ass and calling it a hat. That's how much of a fucking moron the people who think, that's the lesson, Mark. You should have listened to all of the Hermeticists and just never said a word to begin with. I didn't say that was the answer. I said it makes you feel like that's what you should have done. It hammers on your heart to the extent that you feel like, why did I ever bother to say a fucking word? It doesn't mean I was wrong for doing it. It doesn't mean that the correct answer was silence, like the Hermeticists want to tell you it is. It means so few people took up the fucking banner and fucking rode with it and fucking tried to advance the ball down the fucking field that it was a miserable fucking failure. Because you didn't fucking listen. You never got the message. You never fucking learned. You never fucking grew. You never fucking activated. You were losers from day one and you stayed losers. You could have fucking won. You could have fucking advanced. You could have learned. You could have grown. You could have fucking activated and you could have fucking won. And you decided it's too fucking hard. I'm not going to try. And that's why you'll remain fucking enslaved losers. The answer isn't to be quiet. The answer is to care so much that you activate the fucking sacred feminine of agape energy inside your own fucking heart and then spread knowledge to other people so that they can activate it in their fucking hearts. You guys didn't do that. That's the fucking problem. You guys did sit there with your hand up your ass, with your lips fucking sealed, said nothing because you don't want to rock the boat because you're cowardly little fucking bitches. You're cowardly little bitch fucks is what you are. And as long as Mark says that you're cowardly little bitch fucks with the lilty voice and the big fucking smile, then we're okay with it. Then there's no hate mail. No hate mail this week because Mark came out and he just played us a tune, and he said it with a nice, lilty, flowery voice, and then after he called us the fucktards that we are, he played the flute. That might be the final tune of In What on Earth is Happening history. The unholy feminine currently reigns supreme in our world. Yes, it does. If you could, I'm telling you, if you could just embody the whole energy of this planet in one fucking word, it would be Lilith. This whole place is Lilith. For it's Lilith energy as thick as mud. And I mean in women and men, it's forget Eve. It's Eve decayed for 6 months in a fucking pit of vomit. And it's just dripping Lilith sewage. That's what the earth is and has become. It's all unholy feminine garbage energy. It's just pure sewage of Lilith grime. As thick as mud everywhere. Inside the heart of men, inside the heart of women, inside the hearts of fucking children. It's just decayed Lilith energy. And most of you guys, most of you fucking people listening, if you want to call yourselves that, you don't even understand what I mean by the Lilith energy. You can't even sense it. It means that care is so dead inside of you, you guys couldn't be moved by anything. You have no passion. You have no care. You have no true love. You have no agape. All you love is your fucking money. All you love is your comfort. All you love is your fucking staying where you're at so you don't have to expend any fucking energy. All you love is staying where you're at so you don't have to put any skin in the game. That's Lilith. That's decayed, unholy, feminine. Fuck the truth. Fuck caring. Fuck right action. Fuck learning. Fuck growing. Fuck getting out of my comfort zone, and fuck you. That's Lilith energy. Fuck you trying to tell me I'm not okay and I'm in a decayed state of fucking care and I'm in Lilith consciousness. You know, fuck the person telling me that. Fuck you, Passio. Early Passio was fine. He wasn't telling me the problem was with me and my complete bursting expression of Lilith energy. You never said that on podcast number 1. No. It took until the late 200s to start getting into that. So the good stuff's in the early podcast, folks. Don't dare go into the later forced shadow work material because you won't like what you find in the fucking mirror. You see, it's not about what you don't like here on this fucking show. It's about you don't like what you find in the fucking mirror and then all you want to do is project because you're little fucking babies. You're little immoral Lilith energy babies that don't even understand what is the fucking goddess that needs to be reborn. How was it killed? It's killed inside of you motherfuckers. This is where it's dead. It's dead in the fucking heart. The problem ain't with my heart. I care too fucking much is my fucking problem. I'm too fucking passionate. I'm too caring. I have too much agape fucking love born deep within me. You're the fucking problems that think my anger at your bullshit apathy and ignorance and laziness is the fucking problem instead of the problem, which is your bullshit ignorance, apathy, and laziness and cowardice. You don't understand that's the fucking problem. You think my anger at your fucking failure is the problem. You're the failure. You're the problem. There's no problem with Mark Passio. Mark Passio did his work, fulfilled his requirements, busted his fucking ass to get the truth out into the world, and it failed miserably because not enough of you fucking heard the fucking message. You didn't hear the fucking call. You didn't fucking awaken. You didn't respond. You stayed lazy. You stayed ignorant. You stayed cowardly. Oh my God. All right. I said the last hour for the last show, I'm drinking a beer. Maybe I'll drink 2. And guess what? Ben Franklin said, beer is proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy. And there is no better expression of it than from Von C, and this is not a commercial, it's just saying one of the best beers that you will ever taste. Von C's Vienna Lager, an Austrian lager. I mean, one of the finest brewed ales you will ever taste. Von C Vienna Lager. Incredible. Whew. Cheers to the people who did wake up and activate and become peers in the great work. Nothing but admiration and thanks. And this forced shadow work has not been for you. It has been for those who did not respond to the fucking call of freedom. And you guys already know that. I don't even need to repeat that. But I will say with my Vienna Lager here, cheers to the people who really did the great work. The ones who really activated, the ones who spoke out, the ones who put the message of freedom publicly out into the world through the creation, the creative expression that came from within themselves to publish and communicate it to those in need of that knowledge. You're my brothers and sisters, and you're my peers in the great work, and thank you. To everybody else, you failed miserably. And it's sad, and I'm not saying it's over, because as long as we're drawing breath, we have the chance to fucking change. But you guys put us in a ditch. We could have been out of the fucking hole by now, and you guys just sunk us deeper into a ditch. Because you didn't have enough care. Care was not born inside your being. And you sunk us into a deeper ditch than we were in initially. Ask yourself the question, if women as a whole reawakened the sacred feminine within themselves, just how much would they be capable of transforming the overall consciousness of humanity? That's why they have to target women so much for the unholy Lilith energy. They have to drown them in that. They have to just seep them in that scum, mud, Lilith energy. And keep their consciousness there, divisive, and always just wanting to just extract and more and more and more. It's never satiated. It's just the ugliest, fucking, most hideous, fucking, insatiable energy vampire suckage that you could ever fucking imagine. And that's where almost every fucking person in this world remains. Especially the women of this world, sadly. Because their job is to fucking carry the internal goddess energy. That's their original energetic expression that they've lost. It is to nurture. It is to fucking have care inborn in them so much that they want to bring it to the next generation. Instead of making them blood-sucking vampires like the fucking people who gave them their neo-feminist agenda. Like the fucking satanic fucking vampires that gave them the neo-feminist ideology. Imagine what women could do if they step into the role of the goddess energy, not the bullshit Lilith energy that they carry all around them like wearing a fucking cloak. They got it dripping off of them as if they were wearing a wet fucking bathrobe. I mean, could you imagine what they could birth into the world? What kind of fucking care they could birth into the world? They could bring an entire new way of existence and consciousness into the fucking world with them. If women stepped into that empowerment, into that role of empowerment. People need to ask themselves, how much are they getting out of the programmed existence that's been delivered to them by the social engineers and the Satanists? You guys are clinging on to it as if it's the most valuable, precious thing that you could ever have received, when all it is it's a complete suckage of your life force, of your spirit, of your soul, and it's putting you into the deepest depths, the bottomless, deepest depths of hell that you could ever envision. And you guys are saying that it's saving you and it's giving you your very life and existence, and all it's doing is crushing your fucking soul. And you're too dumb to see it. And what's worse is what you're doing to the world as a result. You're drowning the fucking world. You're not giving birth to it. You're making it stillborn. The fucking earth is stillborn because of the unholy feminine energy that it is fucking just drowning in. Drowning in stillborn fucking energy. When women could step into the fucking role where they could be the complete agents of change in this world, and the familial dynamic that would be born out of that would be unstoppable to the social engineer satanic class. And they know it, and that's why they did their fucking brainwashing work so well. They did it so well that it'll perhaps never be undone. To the fucking brainwashed women out there who have bought the neo-feminist agenda and still embodying it in all their fucking words, in their feelings, in their actions, I feel sorry for you guys. Because there's a better being inside and you just fucking covered it all up. You covered it like a slather of mud would cover a beautiful painting. You shit smeared yourself is what you did. I mean, let's talk for real. You just covered yourself in shit. You didn't put some nice clay that became a nice clay mask like the lions breaking out of here. You smeared shit all over yourselves. And it doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. The vast majority are black-hearted souls on the inside. That goes for men too. It's not limited to women in this world. But specifically addressing women and what they fucking did to their being and their beauty is they shit smeared themselves. You know? Look at this image not as a lion covered with a fucking statue. Look at it as a lion with shit smeared into its fur. Because that's what most brainwashed neo-feminist women did to themselves when they could have exercised their real, genuine power. They could have stepped into the sacred feminine instead of stepping into the shit called the unholy feminine of Lilith energy. They could have stepped into the fucking goddess energy. You know? And to them, this is my sentiment. You're more powerful than you know, and they fear the day you discover it. But most likely than not, you never will. Prove me wrong. I say prove me wrong. I've really come full circle, to be quite honest, folks. And that doesn't mean that I'm evil. I don't agree with what the Satanists are doing, but I agree with their assessment of humanity. That doesn't mean you need to make it worse. That doesn't mean you need to exacerbate it. That doesn't need to you need to use eugenics. That doesn't mean that you need to smear more shit on the situation. They're lazy scumbag bags of shit, just like the fucking public is. They came from the public. They didn't transcend this consciousness. All they said is, let's beat them down. Let's fucking smear more shit on the situation. Let's exercise eugenics. Let's fucking poison them. Let's fucking further ill-educate them. Let's program them with bullshit. No, because they're too lazy to do the great work. They're too lazy to say, this is our job. We're the more educated. Instead of beating down on these people, let's try to raise them up. No, that's too hard work for these lowlives. The social engineer satanic class, the ruling class. No, they can't do that. No, that would take energy. That would take work. They recognize that's the great work, and here's what they did. They did what most of you people do. That's not my responsibility. It's not my responsibility to teach others something that I think they should know. Assholes. I thought you all should know the things that I knew on day one, and I still taught for 17 fucking years in this capacity. I could have been doing a lot of other things in that time that I wanted to do, and I didn't. I stayed here and taught you fucking losers what I know you needed to know, even though you're unteachable fucking losers. I still made the fucking effort, and I taught some of you. Some of you with the capacity transcended your existing condition and came along a bit. Some of you quite a bit. And I'm going to still teach in a different capacity. I'm not laying down this work. I'm laying down this aspect of this work for this time, for a time. And it may be permanently for the show, I don't know. I have to see how I feel. Because what I am going to do with the What on Earth is Happening show is not going to be contingent upon what people want. It's going to be contingent upon how I feel. And fuck you if you don't agree, because I did it based on what people require for 17 fucking years when you've done balls squat. I calculated that number precisely with my slide rule and abacus, and I assure you it is accurate to 100 decimal places. Exactly, balls squat, 0.0. The finest scientific calculators and measuring instruments could not calculate it any better, to any greater degree of accuracy. So, for those who say, oh, no, you're taking your ball and running home, aren't you, Mark? Wrong. I taught who was capable of listening in this format, and that work will remain for others to come later and hear it and listen to it and watch it. And for the time being, I'm moving on to teaching students who are at a further place in the spiritual journey and who want to move at somewhat of a faster pace. And again, how I'm going to do that is online seminars, yearly, long ones, like probably 8-hour seminars once a year. And then How to Become the True Media, still going for its 6-month duration each year. And private mentoring, one-on-one, not group mentoring, but private one-to-one mentoring with one individual, where I will act as a mentor to an apprentice and say to them, I'm not here to, own you, to command you, or anything like that. But we're going to work on you becoming a more effective being at doing the great work. We're going to work on you really moving deeply and quickly, at a more accelerated pace into the great work and what your requirements are to do while you are here. And that's going to be hard shadow work. That's going to be advanced shadow work. It's going to be hard learning, by which I'm going to employ. And again, at some point I may give a whole seminar on this. The methodologies of the occult teaching method. There is an occult teaching method that is left out of all modern schooling. And that's been the problem, is that we're teaching our children via all the wrong methodologies. And then we want to wonder, why are they such poor students? Why are these kids so dumb? Why are they incapable of real learning? Why are they incapable of real accelerated spiritual growth and doing the work that they need to do that fulfill the requirements for freedom? We're sitting around wondering about this because absolute jackasses have been instructing our children since day one, since time immemorial. Teaching them all the wrong methods, making them fucking weak, making them fucking losers, making them fucking materialists, making them fucking atheists, making them fucking people with no spirituality, making them people who don't understand the fucking requirements for freedom. And then we look around the world. How did it get like this? I can't imagine. And then we want to fucking blame the fucking globalists. We want to blame the fucking Satanists. We want to blame the fucking social engineers. We want to blame the fucking politicians and the bankers and whoever else we want to point external fingers to externally. Now, we don't want to look at ourselves and say, boy, I was really fucked up by my parents. I was really fucked up by my teachers. Boy, did they teach me shit. Boy, did they teach me nothing about how the world really works. Boy, was I duped about what this institution really is and what it's there for and what it actually does. And I thought it was there for my benefit. And it was there for them caring about me. You're a fucking naive, dumb fucking child. People who fucking think that way. So, I hope people break out of their fucking shit shell and actually let the lion fucking come out and roar. But will it be done? More likely than not, because your will is too low. Your will is too weak. You're weaklings. That's the main thing. Your parents made you weaklings. They didn't make you strong people that are going to keep going and going and going, do the hard shadow work, listen to the fucking truth being told to them by someone else and realizing the problem lies with you. That's what I had to listen to when I came out of Satanism. Everybody bombarded me with, you're the fucking problem. You think wrong. You thought all the fucking wrong ways. You bought all the bullshit. You joined a fucking cult. You're the fucking problem. You're the fucking loser. You're the weakling. You're the lowlife. And I took it because I'm strong. You're weak. You can't even fucking take hearing the fucking truth about yourself, let alone what's going on in the fucking world. You're a low-life fucking weakling, almost all of you. That's why you always want to point fingers external. You want everybody else external to solve the problem. You don't want any fucking responsibility. You don't want to really learn. You don't want to really grow. You're little fucking children, fucking babies that your parents fucked up and made into people who want to eternally be little weak fucking babies. And you don't want to fucking develop will. You don't want to develop strength. You don't want to develop character. You don't want to develop courage. You don't want to develop right action. You want to sit on your ass and do nothing like your parents made you to be. Your parents and your teachers and all the other people whose bullshit you listen to fuck you up that bad in those capacities, and they devastated your will. They devastated your drive to learn. They devastated your curiosity. They devastated your drive to self-improve. That's why we're where we're at. And other people don't want to have that conversation with people. They don't want to look at somebody and go, you know what, you're really fucked up, boy. You're really fucked up, girl. You're really fucked up, man. You're really fucked up, sir. You're fucked up. You're not good the way you are. You need to improve. I need to be a petty tyrant to you because you're not fucking learning on your own. You're not an autodidactic learner. You don't want to fucking just improve because it takes you out of your comfort zone, and you're fucking lazy, and you just want to be lazy, and you just want to be comfortable. And that's what makes you a bag of shit. That's what makes you a lowlife. That's what makes you a loser. That's what makes you a person who's perpetuating human slavery. No, you don't want to hear that truth. You don't want to say that truth to other people because it's a shit nightmare show. It requires discomfort. It requires anger. It requires getting up in somebody's face. It might require punching somebody in the fucking mouth. It might require getting into fights. It might require complete anger and discomfort. And you don't want to go there. You don't want to rock the boat because you're lazy, cowardly fucking children. You're lazy, cowardly children. You want a sip of your suckle milk, whatever the fuck you drink, you low-life babies? Because then we could say it like that, and then you don't tune out. Then you don't send the hate mail. Yeah. Okay, low-life babies, this one's for you. You know, you just want to stay in your comfort level where you're safe in your shit bubble of ignorance, and no work is required. Cheers. Right? That's the truth. You don't want to do any real shadow work. You don't want to look at your shortcomings because you're scum. You've always been scum. You were scum when your parents shat you out. You're scum right up till now. You're probably going to die as scum. That's the fucking truth of the matter of what most people in this world are. And it's because of the people who wake up halfway and say, I don't want to tell other people where their shortcomings are at. That's not for me to do. Well, who the fuck is it for to do? The tooth fucking fairy? You know? What are the guys from Von C Brewery going to come over and, you know, they're going to pour a nice Vienna lager for you and then they're going to say, let's talk about your shortcomings? No, it doesn't work that way. You have to do it. You know? It's not the tooth fairy. It's not the beer fairy. It's hard, painful fucking shadow work that has to be forced. Forced shadow work is what the world needs. That's why I say I revisited Terence McKenna in going through all of these slides and going through this whole progression of knowledge. And what he was saying is, I don't see that humanity has the will, the courage to move forward. He said that's why we require plant medicine. And I agree. I think everybody should just explode their minds with psychedelics. I think blasting into psychedelic hyperspace might be the only thing that calms the human ego enough to fucking say, wow, there's more to learn, and I'm living on the peak of Mount Stupid, and maybe just getting your headspace blasted into another dimension for a few minutes or an hour or 5 hours or whatever might be the ticket. I really don't think we have the strength and the courage and the will to do it on our own at this point. I think we need the intervention of plant-based medicine, of psychedelics. Terence McKenna was way ahead of his time on many things. I don't agree with everything that he talked about. I don't agree with everything just about anybody says. But I could take the good stuff that he talked about and really integrate it. And he was way ahead of his time on many things, including understanding society's divide and conquer strategies. And that this was all a cultural poisoning phenomenon. And that culture was not good for you. It was not a medicine, it was a poison. When sleeping women wake, mountains move, an old Chinese proverb. And again, this is what isn't happening. Women aren't waking from their sleep. They are moving deeper and deeper and deeper into sleep. There's no woke movement. There's no awakening movement, certainly. You know, oh, there's a woke movement, all right, but it's not waking anybody. It's putting them into a deeper fucking slumber. There's no awakening movement, is what I should say. No awakening movement at all. I mean, imagine all these years, all the knowledge bombs that I have dropped, all the hard shadow work I have made people confront. Who the fuck has ever even said, let's take a look at the work of Mark Passio? Hardly any motherfucker on any fucking platform, on any fucking social media once. Except people who have zero base, zero following. Because it's the surest fucking way to get yourself hated. Because all these loser cowards know, as soon as you put real fucking shit that this motherfucker is saying on your platform, there goes your fucking money. There goes my money base out the window. Nobody's going to buy my products because they're listening now to the real shit. And I don't want any real shit on my show because all I give a shit about is money. That's where all you guys are at. And I got to say, I said it last week, I'll say it again. InfoWars was the only platform who did really bring me on, give me a platform to talk to their subscriber base, and I thank them for it. And I just think their base itself is just so ignorant and just religiously diseased and Nazified and fucking politicized and just into political polarization and fucking... It's just sad. Sad. You know? You can't get away from atheistic idiots. You can't get away from religious idiots. You can't get away from fucking political idiots. You can't get away from people who are all about money. I mean, it's just there's no real spirituality in the world. That's the whole fucking problem with the whole fucking godless fucking world is you don't know real spirituality and you don't know God's real laws. You believe in religious bullshit. You have no deeply awoken, true spirituality in the heart and in the mind, and you don't know God's laws. Period. That's it. That's why you're going to be slaves forever. That's why you're condemning your children to a life of slavery. And that's the worst part of all. Children who aren't born yet are being condemned into a life of slavery because of your ignorance. And that's pathetically sad. Pathetically sad. It makes the people who are perpetuating that condition the worst human beings that have ever existed. And you guys consciously know it. For all the fucking social media influencers that don't want to go near my work, you guys are absolute contributors to human fucking slavery for all eternity, and God's going to deal with you for it. And I'm not saying, oh, you're such bad people because you didn't have me on. I'm saying you didn't even talk about the real fucking dynamics. You never even talked about one real dynamic. You talked about nursery school bullshit. And God's going to deal with you for it. Nobody else is going to have to deal with you. You're going to come face to face with the fucking monumental things that you did. And especially the monumental things you didn't do. And you're going to have to deal with it at the soul level. And thank God that's not me, is all I have to say. Thank God I'm not in your fucking shoes. Because you guys fucked up the worst. When you had the opportunity to fucking say the truth to people, you shut your fucking mouth. And you could have fucking studied it and taught it yourself. You could have fucking had me on to fucking teach it. And instead you ignored it because you want the fucking mammon, you scumbags. All you want is the fucking mammon. You don't want truth. You want the fucking mammon. That's all you guys are about. That's all you fucking want. That's all you care about. And that's all your shit base cares about. Because as soon as they don't like what they don't want to fucking hear about themselves, they go running. Let's go run to my church or to my new age bullshit or to my fucking person who's going to tell me what I want to hear. It's all external to myself. Fuck out of here. We have to heal the gender divide between men and women and create the true alchemical wedding between the sacred masculine and the sacred feminine. The sacred feminine has to be born and support the sacred masculine. The sacred feminine is true care, agape love. worldwide love, love of truth, worldwide love of what is right and true and good, and learn natural law and learn the non-aggression principle. And then you have to wed that to the sacred masculine energy of the principle of self-defense, saying no to evil, having the courage to speak out, having the courage to teach others. Become a petty tyrant. Don't become a real tyrant. Become a petty tyrant. Not all forms of tyranny are equal. Yes, political tyranny is what we don't want. That's slavery. Petty tyranny is what we do want. Petty tyranny means you get on somebody's ass for the work they're not doing, as long as you've done it yourself first. Don't throw stones when you live in a glass house. If you haven't done the internal shadow work, then don't get on somebody else's ass for having doing it because you haven't done it. I don't do that. I get on people's ass when I have done the shadow work. I have done the internal work. You guys thinking just because I could still get angry, I haven't done the internal work. Fuck you. That means you don't understand what real spirituality is, moron loser. Real spirituality does not mean you've purged anger. I have sacred anger. I have the true sacred masculine dynamic of true righteous indignation, especially toward the people who should know better and should have learned and grown far more than they did, because they're lazy and they sat still and they stayed in place and they stayed on Mount Stupid and they didn't push themselves and they didn't challenge themselves and they didn't push and challenge anybody else, because all they want is comfort. All people want in this life is money and comfort, money and comfort, money and comfort. You don't want to do what's challenging. You don't want to do what's fucking uncomfortable. You don't want to do what's hard. You want to take it easy. You want to do really easy shit. You want to not challenge yourself. You don't want to push yourself. You don't want to move forward. You want to stay in your fucking bullshit comfort zone. And that's what makes you a bad person. That's the dynamic that actually makes you a bad person. And you're not listening. You're trying to insist that I am the one who's incorrect. I'm not incorrect about that dynamic, losers. You're the one who's incorrect about that dynamic. I have been painfully telling you the truth about that dynamic because I don't care about money. I only care about what's spiritually the truth. You can't hear it because you're stuck in your bullshit way of fucking thinking, your bullshit religion, your bullshit worldview, your bullshit state of artificially induced consciousness that's holding you back from real freedom and higher levels of consciousness. And it's easier to stay there because it's comfortable. It doesn't require anything of you. It's not challenging. You just need to fucking say that you're going to abdicate your responsibility and do nothing. It's simple. It's fucking easy. Evil is easy to become. It just means I'm not going to do any fucking work. That's all fucking evil is. Evil's very easy to succumb to. It's called do nothing and become a fucking loser, fucking immoral fucking slob. That's all you got to do to go evil. Good requires tremendous work and challenge of yourself. Oh, you guys don't want that. That's why you like the early Passio. I prefer the early Passio, don't you guys? The early Passio never talked in this voice and yelled at me and told me that I was the problem. The early Passio just talked about Satanism and mind control. And I could just do this and say, look at all this shit that's being done to me to make me as retarded as I am. Yeah, that's why you like the early Passio, you fucking retarded losers. It's real easy to point fingers outside yourself. Telling you to truly develop and change inside of yourself, that's challenging fucking hard work that's part of the great work, and you guys don't want any fucking part of that. And that's why the world's going to remain on lockdown for the foreseeable future. For your lifetime, for the lifetime of your children, for the lifetime of your grandchildren, for the lifetime of your great-grandchildren, and their great-grandchildren, and their great-grandchildren. And on and on and on and on it goes. All because you didn't want to look in a fucking mirror and tell yourself, I don't like what I see and it has to change. And my thinking has to change. No, you don't want to do that. You're just fucking scumbags who want to stay exactly how you are and lie to yourself straight up your own ass and tell yourselves you're just fine when you're scumbag, immoral, fucking garbage trash. That's what you guys want to do. That's why the past 17 years have amounted to shit. You know? 17 years of work, not a fucking scrap to show for it. Cause yeah, I'm on this fucking lockdown planet dealing with fucking pure sewage, and they're calling it the prima materia. Never had a fucking lick of prima materia here. You had nothing but pure fucking sewage. You gotta give somebody that has a shot from the starting point to make it. You don't put a fucking turtle at the beginning of the fucking horse race with the best bred racing horses and say, go knock them fucking dead. The turtle's never going to become a fucking racing horse. Sorry. Yeah, I've seen, yeah, but more, they can move kind of fast. They're not going to outrace a racing horse, jerk off. You know, this is what people do. I've seen the footage of turtles going down ramps really fast, Mark. You haven't seen that meme on social media? Yeah, I've seen the meme on social media. I don't care how fucking fast a turtle goes down a fucking ramp, it ain't outracing a racing horse, jerk off. See, that's what people do. I'll look for the most extreme exception to the rule, and then I'll go say, Mark, didn't you see this? This was a meme last week on Fartbook. It's a turtle, and he sees something and he goes down the ramp really fast. Maybe he can outrace that racing horse. No, he can't, jerk off. You're a moron. See? Stop bringing up the extreme exception to the rule and fucking listen. That's the problem, is that's what the ego does. The ego goes, oh, it can't be absolute. We have to look for some alternative to this. The absolute frightens me to fucking death. It makes me shit my pants, makes me shit my diaper every time. As soon as someone says the absolute, I just shit my diaper immediately. Absolute, there's another load dropped in the diaper every fucking second. You can't say the word absolute and not have a big shitload in my fucking baby diaper. That's the most horrifying, frightening fucking thing of all time. You want to find the exception to the absolute. That's what the ego races to do. Races. Every time. It always works this way. No, we have to find an exception. Can't be, can't be, can't be, can't be. That's what the ego is. I can't hear. It must be this way. That's law. No, I have to go and seek for. We're going to find the thing that happened once 22 quadrillion years ago in a distant corner of the universe, and it was some glitch in the matrix that only happened like because it was very early on in the formation of cosmic law, and it happened like that, so it's going to magically happen everywhere like that in the next second. I love the exception to the rule because that my ego needs it. You know? That's what all you guys are like. There's got to be an exception to the law, Mark. It can't be absolute. Your mother should have considered the exception to the absolute before she shat you out. Then maybe we won't have another fucking retard in the world. Just prepare to have the world permanently in a complete locked prison state. Because it's already there now, and it ain't going anywhere except the prison's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. That lock is getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and it's going to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze down until that fucking earth is a black fucking hole. That's how tight the squeeze is going to be on that. That's the pressure that's going to come on that fucking ball. But it's not a ball, Mark. Mark! You're a baller? Oh my God. The CIA got to Passio. Boy, maybe if we got to early Passio, we could have convinced him to be a flat earther. No, jerk off. I wouldn't have been in your cult then either. I was always too intelligent to be in your fucking bullshit cult, in your CIA cult. Or more accurately, your NRO cult. You don't even know those guys, but that's your cult masters. They're the ones running that psyop. So just prepare for it to be a prison eternally. You're not going to have the paradise where this is happening. You're not going to have the paradise where real relationships are nourished and grown. You're not going to have the paradise where men and women enjoy freedom equally. You're not going to have the paradise where natural law flourishes, where natural law is respected, where freedom and rights are respected. Don't expect it. You're never going to have it. You're too stupid to have it. The universe does not reward stupidity. It doesn't reward stupid people. It doesn't reward people who just float their fucking middle fingers up at natural law and objective morality and true spirituality, who are low-life fucking materialist, atheist, Marxist, Nazi scumbags. Because that's what almost everybody in this fucking godless fucking world is. You're godless morons. You don't know God's law. You don't know fucking how nature really works. A tiny handful of you figured it out, and then you sat on it. You did nothing with it. A tiny handful of you don't throw your middle fingers up and say, fuck it, I'm not listening, I'm not going to learn. But when you do throw your middle fingers up, it's when somebody told you it's not just about your learning, it's about the learning of all. Now you can't be bothered. Now you can't put any skin in the game. You can't reach out. You can't become a public figure. You can't exercise your fucking will to be a small C creator, because that's what we're really here to do. We're here to create like the big creator created. We're here to create our own smaller creations and put them out for others to learn and grow. You don't want no part of that. You want to remain a fucking low-life scumbag in your comfort level, sitting in your fucking home, doing nothing with your hand up your ass. And that's what almost all of you did. Cheers to what you got. Because you got fucking got. You got. You got owned. You got played. You got put in fucking shackles and chains. And that's exactly what you deserved. So don't expect this nice freedom-based scenario. Expect more mud and decay and blood and trash and verminous black keeping Lilith energy upon the earth. That's what you're going to have in mounds and loads. You're just going to be dripping fucking with it is what you're going to be. You already are. And you worship that fucking energy, and you can't jam it down your throat fast enough. You can't just, you're bursting your belly. Your belly's out to here like a big fucking retard beer belly. You're jamming the black, thick sludge of the Lilith energy down your gullet. You love the unholy feminine. You love it. It's what you bathe in. It's what you eat. It's what you breathe. Is that the end? I don't even know what my last slide is. That's the end, folks. That's it. That's the unholy feminine. Revisited and extended. That's the last slide. There's a nice positive note to end on. Okay? So we just went through the unholy feminine, Neo-Feminism, and the Satanic Epi-Eugenics agenda. All 163 slides. I did it in over 17 shows. This was originally given back in April of 2016. It stands just as profound, just as true, just as poignant today as the day that I presented it back at For Your Mind 4 in 2016. And it is just as misunderstood. People today know this information less than they did back when I originally presented it. It is less received. It is less known. It is less appreciated. It is more absolutely flagrantly oppositionally confronted and just blown back in my face way more than the day I delivered it. It was more well received the day I originally delivered it than it is today. You guys don't want to understand the profound nature of this work. This really is one of the most important presentations that I ever created in the history of my work. And hardly anybody understands it. That's why I needed to take an entire season to do it with forced shadow work included. Because if this presentation was understood and it was re-taught to others in a myriad of different ways, we wouldn't have the society that we have today. We'd be moving toward a somewhat free society instead of to a completely enslaved society. So I still have like 15 minutes to kill, and we'll just talk about the future of my work and what on earth is happening. We'll talk about the future of the great work and, shadow work. And this is one of the things that I absolutely need to do more of. I need to do more teaching of what shadow work is. I need to do more teaching of methodologies of shadow work. Again, I have a threefold methodology that I myself have not only implemented, but invented. I invented a system of shadow work, which I call the AAA method. Acknowledgement, affirmation, and action. Specifically, acknowledgement, affirmation, and right action, of course. And maybe I'll do a all-day seminar just on shadow work and what I consider best practices of shadow work. One of the things I didn't show you that I wanted to step out of the presentation earlier and show you was my new presentations that I released this week. I was very happy and impressed with the release of these presentations on my website because I used a scheduling feature. Thank you. Absolutely. Well, since this is the last show for a long time, I'll splurge a little bit here and have a second beer. That is beautiful. Cheers to my peers in the great work. My peers in the great work, I salute you. So, I was really happy with the release of these 5 presentations because I finally got a chance to use the scheduling feature of my content management system, which I've never really needed to use. And I made everything go live like right at midnight. It was pretty cool. And it worked very well. I had to put the download links in after that because they weren't available until right at midnight on Odyssey. But doing it with the scheduling was pretty nice. I mean, I know a lot of people use features like that. I just never really bothered to use article scheduling until this week. So it went off without a hitch. And down on the page, there you go. 2 masts right there. You could play it or download it. You get the slides. There's why we're losing. There's technology's critical role in the war for freedom. There's the real 7 deadly sins. And there's government is slavery. So all 5 were released. They're in the front page of What on Earth is Happening. They're in the news section of What on Earth is Happening right there. They are in the videos section of What on Earth is Happening. And they're on my YouTube channel. And they're on my Odyssey channel. Let me see how Two Masks is doing. 16,000 views in 2 days. That's pretty good. I like those numbers. I think that's at least showing people, or at least watching it, giving it a chance, trying to learn. Very, very, very happy and proud of how this presentation came out. It went very, very well. So, finally released for free to the public, and people are definitely taking advantage of watching it. So thank you for that. I'll just leave this up on the screen again, because I just think that this presentation was so underrated. That's why I wanted to do a very extended version of it, because I really think that unless this material is deeply integrated into a person's knowledge, and not that they just take this in, they really have to do all of the reading and understanding of a lot of the people I based this presentation, the work that I extrapolated a lot of this from, and just really look into the occult, especially, the Satanic Witch book by Anton LaVey that I talked about earlier on the slides in this presentation, probably about near the 2/3 mark of it, or 3/4. And, if you really understand that this is all part of an occult agenda, it's going to make a lot more sense to people. And that's part of the problem, is that the freedom movement has not yet understood the world of the occult at all. This is why we're still where we're at. We're still at a place where we don't really understand who the underlying social engineers are, and that they are dark occultists. And people want to still blame all fringe groups and sects and, people who are just one aspect under the big umbrella of dark occultism. And they just don't want to grasp it. Another big part of it is human origins and the institutions. And how the religious institutions grew to be as powerful as they are. And then how the new religion called government came up. Kingship and government, Until we look into these origin stories, we're not going to make a lot of progress. And people in the political movement aren't looking into that work. People in the alternative media aren't looking into that work. They're not looking into those origin stories. They're still talking about politics and money and, whether the solution is capitalism or socialism. I mean, it's pathetic. So, again, what I'm looking to do with my work is really transform it into something that's more efficient. I want to do what I teach in How to Become the True Media, which is called Best Practices, with my work. And I just feel like I need a hiatus from this type of broadcasting, because I don't feel it's best practices. Certainly not today, when we have as resistant of a community as we do. And man, do we have a resistant community. I mean, my work went from being respected to completely rejected in this whole community. And to be quite honest, I don't really want any part of the so-called truth and freedom communities anymore. No more than I want any part of the alternative energy, the free energy communities, or any other group or system. The work that needs to be done is internal and singular. It needs to be done within our own minds and our own hearts. And that's the work that's not being done. And when people point the finger at me and tell me I haven't done it, you guys really need to fucking take a hard look at yourself, and quite frankly, go fuck yourselves, because you don't know the work that I did upon myself at all. And if you were doing any kind of real work upon yourself, I'd know who you are, and you'd probably be on my network, and I would know your name, and I would know your work. Or you'd be making a dent in what's fucking going on. And there's nobody in any big social media influencing that's bringing anybody on that's talking about any of this kind of stuff. None whatsoever. Zero. They're all fucking gatekeeping losers, because all you guys want is your mammon and your comfort. You want money and comfort. Money and comfort is not going to win you your freedom. Challenging people's beliefs might help us win our freedom. Making people abandon bullshit religiosity and bullshit belief systems might help us win our freedom. Really learning technology to communicate and publish our understanding of natural law and true morality might help us win our freedom. It's one of the components. But telling people some bullshit fucking version of spirituality is going to win us our freedom? No, that ain't going to get the job done. Telling people it's just about this here political candidate and he's going to get the job done, that's not going to get the job done. Telling people, oh, we need reform in the monetary system. We need, oh, this new crypto, it's going to be the savior of humanity. No, it ain't going to be the savior of humanity. Oh my God, we got a new fuel cell. I mean, we just put one of these on every house. That's going to save humanity. No, you'll still have immoral fucking people trying to control everybody. Now, real morality is the only solution. Teaching it via creating media and publishing it out widely and freely is the only solution. That's it. You guys don't want to understand that because it shifts the responsibility away from an external party that you want to abdicate your power to, and it places responsibility firmly on your own shoulders. And you have to shoulder the weight, and you have to carry it, and you have to use your will to get that work done, and you don't want any part of that. That's the bottom line fucking reality that we are trapped in. And until you guys admit that you're wrong, and you say the lost phrase of all power, I was wrong, and you say, it is my responsibility to teach the ignorant, it is my responsibility to learn natural law and objective morality, and then start creating media and teaching that to others, and until you accept that that is your absolute own burden and your own responsibility to shoulder and carry, nothing is going to change here. And that means you got to get better at understanding things. You have to get better at explaining things. You have to get better at learning technology and creating things with it. You're not going to get the job done with fucking ink and parchment. You're not going to get the job done with a fucking megaphone at some fucking protest. You're not going to get the job done going out for a beer with a fucking friend or fucking neighbor. It doesn't work like that. You have to employ the latest technology of the time period you are living in. You got to create and become a small c creator like the big C creator, made in its image and likeness, and putting things out into the world that did not previously exist, that we ourselves create and bring forth into the world. That's how we express ourselves as small c creators. That's what needs to be done, ladies and gentlemen. And most of you people don't want to put any skin in the game. You don't want your name out there because you're cowards. You don't want your comfort level changed because you love fucking comfort and safety. You don't want to put any skin in the game. You got to activate your courage. You have to speak out publicly. You have to create something and put it out publicly. That's the problem, is that you guys aren't doing that because you're lazy and cowardly. We have to heal the gender divide and stop warring between man and woman. Stop fucking all the hatred of the opposite sex. Treat people with the respect you want to be treated with. Try to morally educate your fellow man and woman. The real thing that you got to be all asking yourself is, how much skin do you have in this game for human freedom? How much have you developed true spirituality and an understanding of what that really encompasses? How much are you learning and growing and utilizing your talents to really educate your fellow human being? How much skin have you put in the game? How many sacrifices have you made in the war for freedom? Have you learned how critical technology is in the war for freedom? Have you learned about the two political sides is all about political polarization? That's all it's ever been about. It's two sides of the same coin, and it's all Satanism. It's all control. It's all destruction of free will, which is the destruction of the human spirit and soul. And most of all, above everything else, the real thing that you guys got to ask yourself, the ultimate question that you have to ask yourself is, what the fuck have I done? I don't mean what has Mark Passio done. You got to look yourself in the mirror and you got to ask the all-important question, what the fuck have I done? What contribution have you brought forward from inside of yourself and put out there to the community as a whole for it to learn and grow and change in the service of human freedom? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time and attention this season of What on Earth is Happening during the Unholy Feminine extended presentation and the forced shadow work that we've done over these 6 months' time. I'll see you soon.
Tyranny threatens every